Work.
There we go.
There we go.
You're live. Finally.
Oh, man.
Alive. Finally.
Oh, live.
The YouTube has come back to the Academy Sports Show.
All right, so let's get this.
All right, starting from the beginning. You ready?
Yep. Go.
Academy Sports Show live right here on AudioWaveNetwork.com. Appreciate you guys listening. On AudioWaveNetwork.com. Appreciate you guys listening. As always, thanks to everybody that's in the YouTube. If you want to subscribe, go to Academy Sports Show on YouTube. Follow us. Press the subscribe button. And also in Joe's feed. Hello, everybody. Throughout the technical difficulties that you guys in podcast land won't know about.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm your host, Andre Douglas, and next to me is host Joel Williams.
What's up, everybody? So we're here. We're finally here. It's a Thursday in the D, and it snowed today.
Oh, man.
It did.
It was a little
it snowed today.
Oh, man.
It did.
It was a little depressing at first.
It was kind of
just like, jeez.
Especially, it's more depressing when you don't know that it's going to snow.
Can I tell you that the Channel 2 weatherman is horrible?
Fox 2?
Yeah, whoever that guy is in the morning, he's horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
He had they gave him a whole 20 minutes one day about how the Farmer's Almanac?
Farmer's Almanac, yeah.
How wrong it is, and he put his own thing on it, and he said it wasn't going to snow until January.
See there?
He should have never.
It snowed twice since then.
It's Michigan, that's a problem because he should know better by living here that you shouldn't.
He shouldn't have said. But you know these news people, they ain't really from here. They just get opportunities here.
Hey, that's true.
That's true.
Speaking of weather guys, I just saw Local 4's weather guy at Coney Island the other day. He walked right in holding the door for me. I was like, "Hey man, you the weather guy?" He was like, "Yeah, I am, man. How are you?" His name was Andrew.
Well, what's up, Andrew? We got a big show ahead of us tonight. As you know, it's the Academy Sports Podcast. We appreciate you guys listening. As always, thanks for following us on iTunes. Thanks for following us on SoundCloud. Please share our feed tonight. Let everybody know you're watching. In the studio tonight, we have a special guest with us, and he's here because there's something we have to talk about. And so we're going to talk about that tonight. And tonight's show is filled with much drama in the association. So we are going to start in the association.
In the fire.
We are diving right in here on this Academy Sports Podcast. So without further ado, y'all see this dude on my Facebook page. You can see him over on the left in the YouTube feed.
He's coming. He's in.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sports Dad coming.
What up? What's up? What's happening?
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. I'm glad to be here, man. I'm really in. Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it.
Now, you can talk more than 160 characters at a time.
Yeah.
You can be in the,
you're here now.
In the conversation.
Yeah, but you knew that was flat out wrong, though.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Wrong. Here we go. There's a process. There's a process. Hold on. Time out.
It's a process to this. Come on, simmer down, young fella. Simmer down.
Before we get into all the ruckus, we love our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show and Audio Wave Network. If you want to be a sponsor, hit us up on our Gmail at Academy Sports Show, 2 S's, sports show at gmail.com. If you want to be a sponsor right here, we'll shout you out just like we do our great sponsor here, Mr. Mike Vaughn's Plumbing, both licensed and insured. Mike Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality commercial and residential services at great prices, whether it's just getting up to code or waterproofing, daily home services. You want to hit them up. That number is
313-304-7786.
Or you can go to Mike Vaughn's Plumbing, or you go to VaughnsPlumbing.com, and check it out. You'll get that quote. He does the whole Metro Detroit area. Make sure you hit him up. Once again, that number is
313-304-7786.
Make sure you tell him the Academy Sports Show sent you, because that man right there is the real MVP. Most valuable plumber.
Yes, he is. Yes.
And with that spot out the way, now we get to the fire.
Let's get to the fire.
Now we get to the fire.
Oh, man, we have no comments from the YouTube family. We can't see comments.
I don't know how.
We appreciate you watching.
We just put you up there.
Yeah.
If you can get if you know Joel, get to his Facebook page.
Yeah, you can go to my Facebook page and comment if you want to. What's up?
Something popped up.
What's up, Shauna? And what's up?
What up, though?
Yolanda? And what's up, Cedric?
That is Dennis Coleman.
Oh,
Thank you,
Dennis,
sir.
what's up, man?
Thank
Out
you,
there
sir.
in Vegas.
Honey, they trying to jump me.
Oh, God.
They
Listen,
trying to jump me.
Well, there's another rule on this show you must know about. Your wife is in the feed. Don't have any moments with this. Is a sports show, sir.
What? Let's talk about this. I can't talk.
Hey,
My wife.
let's talk. Hey, talk from this man. His wife puts a million hearts
Oh,
up on
God,
every
yeah.
feed. It's just be
Every
hearts
feed. It's just be
and
going
smiley faces and kissy faces.
What's up from Cleveland? Cricket's in the building. Let's go. All right, what's up?
Let's talk about the most pertinent information that's out there
man.
today. The drama in Dub City, the drama in Golden State, the Kevin Durant versus Draymond Green feud that's happening right now. They're ripping apart by the hinges, or is it all just blown out of proportion?
Sir, everybody calm down.
Oh God! I knew he was
What?
gonna take the
Every-
level. I knew he was gonna take the level-headed approach.
Everybody calm
Get
down.
out!
Okay,
Oh, my God.
listen. This is what I have to say about this. It's drama. It's
Okay.
really true drama.
Finally,
It is drama. It is drama that we've always wanted to see from this team.
from this team.
Everybody loves drama,
Everybody loves
especially surrounding the best team in the game.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, people,
Not at the end of the day.
this means nothing. But let's enjoy it.
Okay.
I understand that. I don't understand why that's so. Why we can't understand that. But here's the
YouTube is
thing.
back up.
But here's the thing. Kevin Durant, though, he's on his way out.
Okay. So we think.
He's
we
on,
do think.
He's,
yes.
he's on his way out,
Okay.
and what he's doing is that he's basically justifying why he's leaving.
Okay.
And he saw an opportunity to do that, and he blew it out of proportion on purpose.
I see. Now I think we're starting to speculate.
You say who blew it out of proportion?
Well,
Kevin
of course,
Durant
of
blew it out
course.
of proportion.
Absolutely. He blew it out. He blew it out of proportion. Kevin Durant is on his way out, and he wants to justify why he's leaving. He wants to make himself feel better in his own mind.
Okay.
Why he's leaving, and to others.
What information-
Why do you guys think?
What do you have to support that?
How did he blow
That's
it
why
out of
How did
Draymond-
he blow it out of
That's-
proportion?
I understand how Kevin blew it. He wanted the ball in crunch time.
But you ain't got to do that though.
You ain't got to be on the bench saying, bro, you should have passed me the ball.
You ain't got to act all crazy like that because number one, that's not your team, bro. That's not.
Steph not on the floor.
Steph not on the floor.
So what?
So at that point, the next guy to get the rock is KD.
Listen. Steph's not on the floor, but the voice of the team is Draymond.
And I don't care if the voice of the team
Is that not? Is that
Draymond? You're the voice. You
See,
know who to
That
get.
was
it's-
a bad basketball
it's a
play.
bad
Was
basketball
it not a bad basketball
No,
play?
no,
from
it was
Draymond?
not for Golden State. Here's the reason why.
Now we done changed.
I wish we had replay. Here's the
Everybody know what
I
happened.
know what happened.
No, here's the if you replay that play, Draymond Green pushed the ball like he normally would in the regular situation. Draymond Green is very known for taking the basketball the length of the floor and making the play, making the right pass or whatever. Right? Am I correct? Am I correct, guys? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Hold on.
Wait,
Can we clarify when?
But right before,
Not at the end of a game.
right before,
Not
right-
at the end of a game.
Hey, Steph Curry's not in the game. Okay.
So KD's the next guy.
Listen, he understands
And he
that,
had
which
Clay
is
on the other side.
which
He was
is
very fast.
what Draymond was getting ready to do. If you look at the replay, he was drawing the defenders, and he was getting ready to pick the ball back up and throw it to KD,
It
and
was
got
too
ripped.
late at that time.
And got ripped. That's not.
I
But
think it was a
that's
bad
what he
basketball
got
play.
ripped.
It's a horrible basketball. You came in.
What is
You've
Kevin?
already posted video online about this situation.
I did.
And you totally agreed with Durant being in the right and Draymond being in the wrong.
Well, here's the. I notice what I said initially. I said at first I felt some kind of way about it, but now I understand. Didn't I say that?
How do you justify
Didn't I say that?
Draymond questioning this man's bread and commitment?
Because
This
you
is
punked me.
This
You
is
punked
how.
me.
Listen,
You punked
can,
me,
and you
bro.
can punk me all
You
day.
punked me, man.
It's certain things that
That's
you
a
can't
problem.
question.
All right, let's take it layer by layer.
Okay.
Let's see where we are in the accord at and where we don't see eye to eye. Did Draymond make the best basketball move?
No.
I say no.
According to how they play basketball, Golden State play basketball, it was a normal thing that Draymond does.
Okay. Did Kevin Durant have the right reaction for not getting the ball?
Yes.
No.
What do you say?
I say yes
Okay.
because you're the guy on that team. You want the ball, ask for the ball.
You're the MVP of the finals.
Did-
You're the next guy up. But
Did Draymond act accordingly after seeing Kevin demonstrative on the sideline? did Draymond act
accordingly in his response
And
of
his
just
response,
being mad back
calling
at
him bees and saying that he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yes, he did.
I'm okay with his reaction. I'm not okay with what he said. I'm totally he's out of bounds for what he said.
How can you be okay with his reaction but not be okay
Because
with
I
what he
expect
said?
because I
You
expect
need to be passionate, but
I
choose his
expect him to
words
be
differently.
passionate,
Why?
but
Why?
choose your
Why?
words.
Why?
Because that's how he is anyway.
But why do you expect him to be
Because
passionate?
that's Draymond. Draymond to me has always been a fake thug. He's always been the guy who understands play the role. Draymond is the toughness of that team. Without Draymond, they can't bully anybody. That's why they lost in the finals a couple years ago because they had a bully. Nobody on that team want to talk like Draymond. So I expect Draymond to do crazy things. But the talk of the town right now is not the fact that people didn't like that he responded.
Not that he went off, but
how he went
what
off.
he said.
The issue is with what he said. That's my issue.
So do you think that do you agree or disagree to the fact that Draymond continued going at him in the locker room in the way that he did?
Again, according to people who are saying the things that were said, my question is, how do you question a man on loyalty and cash when this man came to your squad, took a pay cut so other guys on your squad can ball? Y'all done won 2 back-to-back championships, and you didn't get on TV today and say, every man got a right to do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if that's how you feel, then how you questioning somebody's loyalty when this man done rolled with y'all for 2 years and won 2 rings?
I'm okay with him ripping him up in the locker room. Because it happened in the locker room.
Right. And they gonna keep it in the locker room.
I'm okay with him ripping in the locker room. What I don't like is he got suspended for it. And he got doctors paid for it for words because he hurt Kevin Durant's feelings. Right, like, you don't get suspended for hurting somebody's feelings.
We're rolling with you, Kevin Durant. We're rolling with you, Kevin Durant. We really don't. Draymond, yeah, he's good for the team, but you know what? We're rolling with you because you're going to be a free agent. That's the problem.
If y'all got such an open culture, I should be able to talk to you. We should be able to have this open argument, and I shouldn't be able to get suspended for how I feel if I see you not playing to your fullest capabilities. I see you not practicing. I see you want 1 foot out. I see you not committing to this team. I should be able to say that to you.
So you agree with what Draymond did?
I agree what he did in the locker room, not on the sideline.
Why not?
Because not in game.
So
you don't say that in game.
Do you agree what Kevin Durant did?
Yeah.
But not getting the ball?
Yeah.
He made a scene?
He's supposed to get the ball.
He made a scene.
Yeah. They both are passionate on the sideline.
Okay, so
they both are passionate on the sideline.
I just got a problem with what he said.
Durant is passionate about basketball on the sideline. Draymond is passionate about your effort on the sideline and your commitment to the organization. This is not time for that.
It's not the time.
That's not the time for
issue.
to talk about organizational things right now.
Can I ask you a question? Okay, you a coach, right?
Yep.
And you a coach, right?
Okay.
You coach defense, right?
Yep.
And you're the head coach, right?
Yep.
Okay, so heated moment in game time situation, right?
Yep.
You make a call, right?
Yep.
You could because you thought it was the right call to do, right?
Yeah.
And while you were making that call, he's telling you, no, change it. It
happened to us last year.
No. I understand.
You're literally laying out a situation.
I understand. But he did not change it, right? So he went with the call that he thought that was the right call.
Okay.
And afterwards, I'm just saying that this
right,
didn't really happen.
Hypothetically.
Now, afterwards, it was over. It cost you guys the game. And he looked at you and he said, I told you should have went with what I told you to do.
But that's not what happened.
No. Yeah, that's what Kevin Durant did. That's what he did. So I told you to call that play.
Okay.
So how would that make you feel as a man? Wait.
One. Let me finish. One, he's my head coach.
Right.
That's not his head coach.
But Kevin Durant's the man of the team.
That's not his head coach though.
He's the coach on the floor.
So
in our example though, I'm the authority.
Yeah.
Right. So Kevin Durant is the authority.
They're equal.
No, he's not.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't. I never said he was the authority.
You said if Steph Curry is not in the game,
the man that should take the last shot on the team is Kevin Durant.
The next best offensive player.
See, this is why they wanted me to come so they can jump me.
No.
They want to jump me.
No.
See, this is what I'm saying.
No,
man.
in that same situation, if we're both coordinators,
right?
If we're both coordinators, and he had a suggestion on how the play is supposed to go, and I went another way, and the play went the way he was going to go,
yeah.
And he comes at me like, "See, man, I told you should have did that," and then that's okay. But then if I come back like, man, what you care anyway? You hardly at practice.
That's out of line.
You're not even here all the
That's out of
time.
line.
You a half-ass coach.
That's out of line.
What are you talking about?
That's out of line.
going at him in a whole different
whole
way.
different
That
arena.
has nothing to do about the game.
But here's the thing. That's your
Your commitment level ain't nowhere to tell me what to do.
But you're making it like they're equal, and they're not equal. They may be equal.
They're teammates.
Right, they're teammates. But at the same time, on the floor, I hold a higher rank than you.
Do you agree with that or not? Because I said that and you disagree.
No, because
you said their style of basketball says that Draymond did the right thing.
That's right.
So
That's right.
let's put it in terms, because the fact that in our example, if I'm the head coach, that does make a difference. So let's just put it in simple terms of we're equals as far as our position on this team is two teammates.
Right.
So you're Draymond, I'm Kevin, you're Draymond. We're equals in the regards of we're both players on the team.
But this is not talking about equals as in
It
regards to
doesn't
players.
even matter. What we're talking about
it
is
is.
the reaction.
Listen, the game is on the line.
Exactly.
And when the game is on the line, we're not equal, bro. You can't do the things
I
that
should have got the ball.
You cannot do the things that I can do with the basketball in crunch time.
Exactly. So you should have gave me the ball.
So you should get Kevin the ball.
So I'm gonna nut up on you because you didn't give me the ball.
No.
So if you're pissed about that, nut up on me for nutting up on you.
But this is
don't question who I am.
Steve Kerr want to make that shot. Steve Kerr want Kevin Durant to make that shot.
But do you guys agree that Kevin Durant holds a higher rank, right?
I already said that.
Okay. But
Kevin should have gotten the ball.
Because here's my example though. My example was in you guys in regards to football. You are the head coach. You hold a higher rank than he does, right?
Yeah.
And so you just went crazy on him. You just nutted up on him because you wanted him to go with your call, but he didn't. Now it cost him the game, and you insulted this man in front of the whole.
So he can nut up
in front
back.
of the right.
But he ain't go. But the moment he nuts up back and goes somewhere else.
But I asked you a question, Sean. I said I asked you in that situation, how does that make you feel?
I would be mad.
You would be upset, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would stick to the point at hand.
Okay,
right.
Well, listen. When people get let me say.
You want to make an excuse for Draymond because he should have no control over what he says.
When people get angry, bruh, and when people get angry, listen. It's all out.
So it don't make it right, though.
It doesn't make it right.
Okay, that's the argument. Is it right or wrong?
He was the female in that movie.
No.
Because the female has something that she's holding on to.
And she gonna blurt it out.
And then when we in the argument, she goes, you remember back then when you didn't show no effort then?
No,
that's what he did. He pulled some random female stuff. He was real feminine in that moment.
I'm going to tell you why Draymond was really upset. Draymond is the voice of the Golden State Warriors. He's, like you said, he's the bully on the floor.
He's the bully.
But also, he's the leader of the team. Is he not?
He's the emotional leader.
Steph Curry is the leader.
Steph Curry is the leader.
I'm not talking about scores. I'm not talking about scoring. I'm talking about.
I would say positionally in that locker room, the emotional leader of the team is Draymond.
Exactly.
The alpha male is Steph Curry.
Wait, we're not. Well, listen. We just guys just answer the question.
Because you can't be.
Just answer the question.
Specific.
Listen,
I can't say leader. We got to qualify that.
Okay. To the people that are, how many people we got in right now?
Enough. Just talk to them.
The question is to you. When you look at the Golden State Warriors, and when you think of a leader of the Golden State Warriors, not in regards to play.
No, who's the top dog?
Who's the
top dog in the locker room?
Who's the vocal leader?
Who's the top dog in the locker room?
Draymond Green, right? Because here's the reason why. And everybody knows that becomes a part of that team. Draymond, there is highlights out there on YouTube, Draymond lighting into Kevin Durant. Yep. Is it not?
Yep.
Is it not? Draymond is in his face, just going crazy on, and Kevin Durant is just taking it. Because Kevin Durant understands that this is Draymond's team, low-key, and he's the voice of the team. And that's the makeup.
That's debatable.
And so what it is that Kevin Durant came in and he's going along with it because has to be a level of trust.
Well,
wait, I'm not done. There has to be a level of trust between them two. And so now that there's a level of trust, so now when I make a bad play, you want to call me out on it, bro? Like you want to do something that's out of your character that you've never done before? And you want to make a scene in front of these people? Yep. So let's go. Because now at the end of the day, you better be glad I ain't swing on you.
See, that's
I understand.
You better be glad I ain't swing on you.
I definitely understand your point. After you fleshed it out, I understand your point. But to revert back to you, do you think that him talking about his contract and his level of commitment,
yes,
that was the time and place for
yes, because
as we go into overtime?
Well, listen. It could have been done in a better fashion. I like what you said. You said he did it. He could, in the locker room. You agree with it. Let's talk about it in the locker room. I agree with that. But in a situation like that, in a heated moment, guys, nobody. I mean, I haven't seen a perfect person that can handle stuff in heated moments. You may run into an occasional handling it the right way every now and then, but in a situation like that, you on national TV, you in front of the world, man, and you just got punked like that, and you insulted my manhood. So guess what? Wait a minute. My response is gonna be like this. Wait a minute, bruh. You ain't even sold out for this team. What is you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? We brought you here.
You
know what I'm saying? So
here's my problem with that. No, there's no perfect person. All that's good. But at the end of the day, here's the thing. If you get mad and then in your heat of the moment, you resort to, wait a minute, bruh. The moment you snap on, wait a minute, bruh, you in your feelings in this moment. Hold on.
You are.
Not in your current feelings. You in your festering place. You're in your place. You've been feeling some type of way for a minute, and you just about to just snap. And when it all comes back down, because we've all been in this position before. We've all been in an argument with somebody in the heat of a moment, okay? And all of a sudden they say something, and you be like, Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to avoid
And you
is,
can see that on Kevin's face. He's like,
can
I just want him to pass me the ball. Like, where is he talking
my
about?
man talking to Kevin and also Kevin keeps saying, and then Draymond just keeps saying, man, that ain't right though. That ain't right. But at the end of the day, sir, me wanting to pass the ball to win a game has to do with what when it comes to the contract and my money. So my thing is this. We all been in that place where you look and you like, where is this coming from? Now we arguing about something totally different.
Going into overtime.
Like
you still gotta play ball.
I don't have a problem with Draymond getting mad because you just came at him.
Right.
We in the heat of the moment. And then you Draymond, so I expect you to come back. But is right or wrong what he said in that moment? That's not right. That's just my opinion.
Let me progress the conversation. Do you think Kevin can bounce back from this? Do you think that him and Draymond will still continue a working relationship or a friendship to the point that Kevin's back comfortable in this offense, in this team, and can focus on the
KD gone. He gone.
Well, bounce back for them to win or bounce back for him to stay?
To win.
I think they'll win.
Because I'll take Draymond at his word. If you see a guy that got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that's probably how Kevin's operating. But do you still, because we call Kevin soft. We say it in the intro.
Yeah, I heard that. How dare you guys?
So he's soft-minded.
Yes.
So to
anybody that has to create a third Twitter account to get your feelings out behind a Twitter account, you're soft.
So if somebody comes at you, your teammate, right? Yep. He comes at you that hard in front of all your other teammates.
Yep.
The whole world knows about it. He gets suspended for it because of you.
Yep.
Right? How do you bounce back from that psychologically?
They're gonna win. And then he'll leave.
Well, you still got a job to do.
Yeah, he's a professional.
You still got a job to do,
and
that's
why
he's a professional.
We watched Westbrook Durant.
Yes.
And they went to 7 games.
Yes.
And the only reason you could argue that they lost, they had to go to state on the ropes. Yeah. They probably just didn't have enough, and bad shots, all that. We won't have to rehatch that. But you're on a squad. This is an all-star squad. This is the Monstars. We already said that. So professionally, they'll be fine.
So no more fun in games, no more jokes.
No, I think things will simmer enough to where they will look back to.
It's not gonna be awkward.
It's not gonna be weird, but the season's over after that.
Hey, listen. Now I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to speculate at a whole nother level.
Okay.
See, we don't. Hold on, before you speculate.
Let him do his thing.
Before you speculate, Andre says, "Imagine if Dennis Rodman did not give the ball to Jordan in the same situation." # give the ball to the star. Yolanda says maybe Green is in his personal feelings, but the contract part should have been in the locker room.
Okay.
And there's more, but I can't reach the screen.
So
gotta keep your messages short.
What makes this?
Somebody's talking on that.
Oh yeah, somebody is talking.
They'll be fine. Deuce's dad said they'll be fine.
What makes friendship and what makes brotherhood, and companionship awesome is that because we need each other.
Right.
We need each other because.
That was a lot of bees, though, bro.
What,
you can't call me no bees,
bro.
I mean, we still be cool.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a minute, like.
Oh, don't you ain't listen. You ain't about that. Like, don't worry about that.
Man,
Don't
come
worry
on,
about
bro.
that. You ain't cut like that.
Oh man. Okay.
So-
So since I know
so-
that you are, next time we get mad, let loose on you. We be still cool.
So in the friendship, in a situation like that in the team, I might need you to say some things that I won't say.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I may be thinking it, but I don't have enough courage to say it. But you do.
Yep.
And that's what the Golden State Warriors use Draymond for. Use him for.
Yep.
And I believe that was a conversation that was not. Draymond wasn't the only person
You
that
think
was
he's
feeling
not the
that
only
way.
person that feels that way?
He's not the only person that feels that way.
That's fair.
They had a conversation. Maybe him and Steph.
Mhm.
Clay.
He's
Mind you,
speaking
in that
for more
video,
than one.
Clay didn't do nothing.
Clay's not
Well,
doing
Clay
anything.
was right in the
Oh,
middle of it,
yeah.
and he didn't say
No,
nothing.
Well, he did do something because originally he was sitting in a different seat.
Uh-huh.
He got up and sat in between them and was like, "Come on!" It was like, "Come on, y'all!" Like
He was sitting in the middle, and Draymond was going off. He was like, "Yeah, you kind of right. I'm just gonna sit here."
So
I mean, okay.
So
That's good speculation, though. Yes, that's
thank you,
good
thank you. And then and Draymond don't care about being suspended for one game. What is that?
True.
And so, hey, Draymond, listen, we're gonna suspend you for one game. But we understand where you was coming from. Hey, thank you for that. Thank you for bringing that to light because now we got him thinking. It's broadcasted out there. It's out there in the open.
Right.
Draymond is a genius. Okay, Draymond is a genius.
So now you're saying Kevin has to sit with this.
He got to sit with it. Everybody goes there.
Everybody's thinking.
Now if I do it,
I gotta go hard.
I gotta go hard. But now if I leave, it's gonna even look even worse.
I think there's a potential for it to look bad, definitely. But I think because Draymond's the guy, though, that Kevin's gonna get a little love for this because
Okay.
I don't think the pressure's on Kevin as much as it was when he left Westbrook. Like everybody was like, "Nah, dude, you're wrong." Right? And this one, because the organization's standing up for Kevin in a sense, I agree. There's behind the scenes. There has to be other conversations. For all we know, it could have been like you said, "Hey Draymond, hey, we gotta do this because we trying to da da da." And he like, "Hey, I don't care," because to me, Draymond seems like the type of guy that's go say what he's got to say for the media to take the hit.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, Kevin still kind of comes out of this winning a little more than he would. So there's not as much pressure for Kevin to actually turn this around. Now, if he doesn't play well and they end up losing because of him, then I think now Draymond will look like the good guy. Because right now, Draymond's a bad guy.
Yeah.
The media is spinning it right now that
but I think
you don't touch a man's money and you don't touch a man's
he's created enough a persona for himself that it's allowed.
But I
absolutely.
And Draymond's defense.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I also think that the fans are backing him because he did it for a good cause. Because
for the team.
He did it for the team. Like this is the don't break up the nucleus, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like you getting ready to break up a dynasty, bruh.
We did this without you, though. Was his word.
Yeah. So my thing is like what he did, man. He brought it to the forefront. I don't think he's going to get as much backlash from the fans. They're going to support him. They love Draymond. Draymond been there, like you said. He's a major reason why they won those championships like they have. So at the end of the day, man, I think it was very well orchestrated by Draymond by bringing it to the light, by broadcasting it like that on national TV, by making the scene. Now, Kevin Durant, I exposed you because I know what you was about to do, bro.
Okay.
Well, I think I like it because you don't get a lot of drama out of this team.
No, you don't.
So now they trying to squeeze all the little drama out of this.
It's a new year, right?
Yeah.
Well, we need something, right? But here's
every
the question.
game is gonna be. Did Kevin give love to Draymond after that shot? Did he give him love after that? He made a big shot. Draymond just walked to the sideline. Kevin didn't slap him hands. What's going on in Dub City? It's gonna be so milked.
Cedric says this makes KD look soft. Then as a free agent, who's gonna baby him? Everybody with money. Everybody with money.
Hey, Cedric, Kevin Durant, man, he's arguably the best player in the league. And the boy can score at will. He's a nightmare. So I mean,
they should have passed the ball.
They're gonna do whatever.
Sorry, I missed it. Wait. I got a question though. Why is it that dynasties this is another example? These things don't last. Like,
sick of people.
literally, this stuff gets broken up. Like, it breaks up, and it's always over. It's
not
like,
supposed to last forever.
it can't last forever, but why does it always have to break because there's drama? Why can't y'all just decide, hey, the run's good, I'm going to go get paid, and just let it, like, ride off in the sunset?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Like,
always somebody's ego.
It's always somebody that feels like their commitment or their contribution is being overshadowed.
Right.
You couldn't have won this without me. And I'm going to show you that you couldn't have won this without me because I'm going to go over here and then I'm going to get all this money. I'm going to suck.
Yeah, I'm a suck.
Well, and this is the beauty of having a powerful coach. Shout out to Steve Kerr for what he's done, even though he has taken a lot of credit for what Mark Jackson actually put together. He created the identity of that team. But I think Steve Kerr is falling short in managing the personalities. And that's where Phil Jackson come into play. And this is a situation where it was bound to happen because you got a lot of personalities on that particular, on any basketball team, but in particular this one. You got superstars on the team, and then you got hot-headed Draymond who would just speak his mind, don't even think before he talks. So it was bound to happen. This is the NBA. And so at the end of the day, coaching does not, it's more than the X's and O's. It's about managing those personalities, and that's where Steve Kerr is falling short.
I think you deal with that because Draymond doesn't go off on his teammates like that. He may go off on other players, referees, situations, but you never see him go off on his teammates. So I give Steve Kerr a one-off on that. And plus, the leader of the locker room is not in the locker room. Steph Curry's not in there, delegating. His presence isn't there. His presence isn't felt on the road or on the bus or on the plane because he's injured right now. So I think once he puts himself back, if I'm Steph Curry, even though I know I'm rehabbing, I might go back with my team and do everything with the trainers and stuff just to keep my presence in there, just to keep everybody. Because right now, Kevin's probably looking for a friend to talk to. And Draymond probably needs somebody in his ear to tell him to chill out. And that's probably what Steph does. Steph is a low-key dude, and he probably low-keys keep everybody in check the way that he knows how to do it. Because Clay's not the gun. Clay's not popping off on nobody.
Brother-in-law says, John says, this is a money move. Said Draymond's doing this just to keep the money rolling in for the whole squad. Cedric says, what I'm saying is, if it were Curry, would he be suspended?
I don't think so. I don't agree with the suspension. I think the suspension is whack. Like, when do I get suspended for hurting your feelings? That's soft.
I think he still gets suspended. I think because I think the organization's position on this would be this way regardless. Because I think, to your point, there's more to it. We're only seeing so much. So it's almost like the Browns firing the OC and the head coach when the OC thought he was about to get the job.
Yeah.
The owner ultimately thinks there's more to this story. I know the roots of it, and this is probably a festering issue.
This is a double technical.
And I need to go ahead and kind of slow you down.
Let me give technicals to both of you.
Yeah,
double technical.
I think Draymond gets suspended regardless. I don't say it's right. I think if it was held,
he's trying to get his money
room,
back. He's appealing for the money.
I think because my issue again was still the outside on the court thing. The locker room thing, that's cool, but y'all could have kept that in house. I think the suspension.
Wait till the reporters leave.
The suspension makes it public. The suspension makes it a bigger issue because that's more for the reporters.
Yeah, they blew it. They blew out that portion themselves.
Yeah, so you're generating the wrong story by suspending them. So I think he's going to get suspended regardless. I think Steph Curry's the darling of the locker room. If he had done that to Steph Curry, I think people would be killing him right now.
Draymond did it to Steph?
Yeah, Draymond done it to
Draymond's
Steph.
going for weeks.
Draymond, it'd be a problem. That's just the organization. I don't agree with it, but I think that's just the organization's move.
All right. You got a ball on that one? Everybody?
I think we're good on that.
All right, Jimmy Butler. He got traded. Now he's a Philadelphia 76ers. He's going from that Minnesota Timberwolves team. They lost last night in a close game. They didn't score in the fourth quarter. So they're still trying to get things rolling. What is your projection for Philadelphia now? Is it a lock that they make it to the finals now? What do you think Jimmy Butler brings to this team and their projection moving forward?
Sir? Sports Dad Cephus here, everybody.
Well, I
Follow him on YouTube.
Follow him on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Show me some love, guys. You know? Take a look at that recruiting information because you got a child that want to be recruited.
Hey.
So, but to answer the question, I think Jimmy Butler brings an attitude to this team or an identity to this team that they didn't have. You have Embiid, who talks a lot of smack and things like that, and he jokes a lot. But Jimmy Butler brings a seriousness to the team. He brings veteran leadership. He knows what it takes to win, and he wants to win. So at the end of the day, I think it's an interesting dynamic, and I think it puts a lot of pressure on Embiid, and I think it puts a lot of pressure on Ben. They both have to grow up, a lot faster. Embiid, he's in the mode. He's scoring a lot, and he's recognizing his dominance, which is awesome. But it's going to open a lot of stuff up because Jimmy Butler can definitely score. He can play. He know what he's doing. He can play.
So
Does this put them ahead of Milwaukee? Does this put them ahead of Boston?
Where do you put them in
Does
the
this put
East
them
now?
ahead of Toronto?
The East is really interesting, man. Like the East is really strong right now, but I would have to say I can't put them in front of the Greek Freak just yet. That dude is playing.
Milwaukee's playing good basketball right now.
He right.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
They're playing really good basketball.
But they're believing in him though. You know what I'm saying? And all you need is one to start the fire, and everybody else will play with you. And that's what's happening with Milwaukee.
So where do you project them though? Like, because right now Milwaukee's playing good ball, but you know the NBA, right? It's a season. It's a long season.
Milwaukee's playing good
And
ball.
you gotta look at
Boston
their
is not playing good
But
ball.
you gotta look at their
right?
team though. You gotta look at
Kyrie said that.
You gotta look at history. You gotta look at the players right now. You look at them names and go, on paper, you're like, okay, they're playing good ball, but you expect 82 games to kind of thin this thing out.
I
Right.
can see them in like a number 2, number 3
Number
seed.
2?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm there. I'm not ready to put them like you think about them now, and then I want to think about the East as it pans out.
Yeah.
I expect them to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I
Okay.
really do, because I don't trust Milwaukee. They're playing great now,
Right.
but I just don't trust them. I don't have anything to trust them with.
True.
And I already told you how I feel about Toronto.
Yeah.
I know they have Kawhi,
Yeah.
but to me,
Kyle Lowry.
the Kyle Lowry factor is still there. He doesn't. He's going to stop at 82. Like, once Kyle gets to 82, we already know.
I've never been a believer in
Oh,
him.
Yeah, like I'm done. So, and I don't think Kawhi with that team
He's
is
so
enough.
wrong, bro.
Yeah.
That's not the Spurs with Kawhi. That's the Raptors with Kawhi. So I'm not ready to say he can carry them. So to me, it's Boston and Philly now.
And Kawhi's out of there anyways.
I don't know, man.
They treating him good.
They treating him real
They
good,
treating him
and they're
real
winning.
good. Yeah.
And they're winning.
And and I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Going back on going.
We have to do the
I'm
Kawhi.
sorry.
John says number 3 in the East. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Just backtracking a little bit, because you just reminded me. Could Draymond have been acting crazy like this because he's afraid? Because Klay Thompson is going to be a free agent. Kevin Durant is going to be a free agent. So it's just going to be just him and Steph that's left there.
Yeah.
But
I don't think that was in.
But in order for Draymond to be an effective player like he is, and personally, I never was a believer in Draymond Green. I hate
Nobody really.
I hate his game.
Yeah.
I think his mouth he has to get the gap. I think that's really working for him.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Draymond need great players around him in order for him to look good.
Oh, absolutely.
So he's looking at that like, we gonna lose this guy, we gonna lose that guy. I'm gonna really have to show. He's gonna really be exposed.
I guess. I guess that's an angle. That's an angle.
I'm just saying. It's just a thought. It's just a thought. But anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, number 2, number 3.
Yeah, I'm good. I just don't like. The only thing about Philly that's weird is they gave up shooting.
Yeah.
Like you gave away like Sarkis. Like you gave up like, and I know the names aren't big.
Yeah.
But you gave up guys that are going to cut, that are those playoff guys that knock down those buckets that annoy everybody, but they go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a pit bull on your team now. Like, yeah, you're right. Embiid's a talker, but he's young. You haven't proven anything, but you're balling. I get it. But you got a guy now that's going to come in the locker room and say what he got to say, and that's going to get in the face of the opposing player.
So when they double down on Embiid, who's taking that shot?
That's what I want to know.
Simmons.
It ain't Ben Simmons, sir, because he's not shooting.
It ain't the rookie of the year.
And that's the thing.
It ain't.
And you probably have to knock them down a couple.
I will leave his butt
because of
wide
because of that.
open.
That's a great point. And, one, one thing that I'm recognizing, and I think that, and I actually learned this from you, to be honest. In the NBA, in order for you to be considered a good team, you have to have some shooters.
You have to.
Yeah, this NBA, you gotta
This
have
NBA,
some.
You gotta have some shooters.
They
Man.
got JJ.
He-
One of the greatest shooters ever.
No,
You got JJ.
JJ.
That's
is
not
terrible.
gonna carry you. though.
JJ is so inconsistent with his shot.
Man, JJ is wet,
He's
bro.
wet this year.
Come
He's wet this year.
on.
He is wet this year.
Well, this comes from the same guy who says Kyle Korver isn't one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time.
He's inconsistent
Come on
too.
now.
That's
Come
why
on,
he's
bro.
been. That's why he's been traded from team to team to team.
No,
Get
sir.
out of here,
Yes,
bro.
It's not.
Yes,
He's,
he
he's,
is.
he's
They get
historically
traded because
he's
they're on bad
historically
teams.
the greatest one of the greatest three-point
Okay,
shooters
so
ever.
so you mean
No,
to tell
sir.
me?
They're
So you
not
mean
getting traded
So you
because
mean to
they're-
tell me as a franchise, if you have one, if you think this guy is like one of the best shooters ever, you wouldn't keep him?
That's why you go out and get him every year.
You wouldn't keep him?
No, you can't. That's
How
why.
come?
Because
you can.
the teams that have been able to keep these guys as shooters are been good teams. These guys have played on bad teams. The Clippers kept JJ. Atlanta, remember, Atlanta was winning 60 games a year.
Yeah.
So, and they kept
He's
Korver.
an asset. He gets
They're
traded
assets.
to good
They get
teams.
traded to good
So
teams because they're shooters.
When JJ was in Orlando,
They were on a bad team, and what happened? He got traded at the deadline to the Clippers so that he could because he was a 3-point shooter, and they needed a specialist.
Yeah, and before that, he was on the Bulls with Rose.
We wrote, yeah,
I
exactly.
just have a hard time understanding like why would a team want to give up a great shooter if he's a great
They
shooter?
just trade. People get traded all the
people
time.
get traded.
You
I'm
trade
not-
veterans to good teams. So
I'm not a
that's
believer.
like somebody going to get him right now. That's
That
like
makes sense.
that's like Houston say, "Hey, we need a shooter," so they go get a shooter.
They're gonna go get a shooter.
That's like Minnesota. Hey, we need a shooter. Let's go
he's
get a shooter.
He's in the top
He's
10
a
of all
spec-
time.
You know,
Of all time.
Of all time. Now, you can't say he's not a great shooter.
Of ever.
I would say he likes to he wants to be a great shooter, but I don't think he's a great shooter.
All right, no,
Okay,
Not
we
in
gotta
my
keep going. We
not
gotta
in-
keep going.
not in my
JJ
book.
Redick
Not
is
in my
wet,
book.
bro.
Not in my book.
So you
I've
got
seen him jack up
JJ.
some shots,
Hey.
bro.
You got
They all
JJ.
jack up shots. Hey, listen, you want views on your YouTube page. You gotta start saying some stuff. That
Oh, low blow, low blow.
So
now
let's go back to
So now the lineup is Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, now
JJ's got to start. has to
JJ,
start.
Wilson Chandler at the 4,
Yep, and
and Embiid at the 5. No bench.
Yep.
Fultz looks garbo.
He's done.
like
He's done.
after, did you see that free throw?
Yes, he double pumped. He has a Charles Barkley free throw shot. Yeah, he has a Charles Barkley ball
Garbo.
screen
He
free
needs
throw.
to go to a sports psychiatrist.
Yes, it's in his head.
And
Sometimes
something's
I-
wrong with him.
Sometimes I wonder how these guys made it to the NBA, bro.
They-
It's easy at basketball. If you got an inch of athleticism, you gonna make it.
They traded up to get
They
him
traded up to get him.
My
Boston
and gave up
Boston
Jason Tatum.
dodged the bullet, bro.
Oh, my
they
God.
dodged
They
that
can't
bullet. He said, on a free throw.
When they give you a standing O for shooting a free throw, Ben Simmons, and making it, or I'm sorry, shooting a jump shot and making it, and then you have Markelle Fultz who can't shoot free throws or shoot a jump shot.
They should have gave him up, bro.
They cannot shoot.
When they was on the clock to get
They could have had Jason Tatum.
but when they could have got my man that's in Toronto, not Kawhi.
Oh yeah,
They didn't want to trade Fultz, bro. I would have gave him away.
man.
Give me Kawhi. But to answer the initial question, I think this puts them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
I don't believe in Milwaukee.
I don't either.
Uh,
None of us do.
no. And I do like Toronto a little bit. For me, the toss-up is Toronto and Boston. Because Boston has to get on some kind of page. Because the young guys aren't playing. Tatum is having a slump right now. Brown is not playing well. And Rozier's mad because he's not getting minutes.
Scary Terry.
So right now it's all Kyrie, it's all Morris who's on the bench now. You can't trust that. Hayward's not even averaging double digits. So where's the identity of this team? Come on, Kyrie. Come on, do something with this team.
Hey,
this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's why you left.
This is what you wanted. So
Yep.
do something with this team. So right now I don't trust them.
And he's frustrated. Well, how you gonna get mad if somebody put up 50 points on you and throw the ball up?
You gave up
You
48.
gave him 48.
Exactly what Jalen said.
I
You
know.
gave up 48. So you can't be mad because you went for 50. You already gave up the first 48.
But did
Now that was a girl move. Throw the ball up in the air.
but don't you have to give them like okay, so you're speaking right now.
Right now.
So right now.
And I do like Toronto and the fact that Budenholzer is making them play basketball.
Right.
Like they're running plays and running sets
Right.
and doing like he did
Which
that
is
in
how he
Atlanta.
did in Atlanta, right.
Like he had horrible talent in Atlanta and got those guys to the playoffs.
But they
now
always
he has
lost. But there was LeBron.
But now he's got talent now.
That's true.
Now he's got talent.
I just don't know. Like I gotta.
So it's
roll
Philly
with,
and either one of those two teams.
I gotta roll with Boston, and here's why. I think it's Boston, and then it's Philly or Toronto. I think Boston's still a lot because of Brad Stevens.
He's the better coach out of
this dude. Out of all the coaches,
Yeah.
this dude has really made this thing work. Now we haven't seen him like have to mesh the thing,
Right.
but NBA, right? We're talking NBA. Just like we're going to give Philly time, we're not going to clown them for losing to Orlando last night.
Right.
You got to think about it. We got to give Boston time because you got Hayward and I told you this. Remember I said Hayward's coming back?
Yeah.
That pushes everybody's minutes differently.
That's the problem.
And
And
now
he's technically
you got,
not
that's the
back.
problem.
and he's not back. It takes him a half a season to get back to full form because these guys are machines, and it's going to take him.
And remember when
till after
he got
January.
there, you were questioning, was he worth the money? Was he still the
Exactly.
guy? Like
Right.
he's just a white boy that can shoot. Honestly, is he a game
I
changer?
apologize to our viewers. We're just talking.
Is he a game changer
Yeah,
like
no,
that?
yeah, absolutely.
Like, is he a starting two guard out here in these
Well,
streets?
when they brought him over to Boston, though, they didn't think that they thought it was going
They
to
want to win a sweepstakes.
They
and
thought
they
it
won
was going
it.
to take a little
Right.
bit for their younger players to develop.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And so what do we see? We saw younger players get pushed into the role
They grew up
because they got
fast.
hurt and
And
they
they
grew up
thrived.
fast. Now it's slump time.
Mm-hmm.
And because now you got to adjust again.
Yep.
Now we got everybody back, and we're supposed to be loaded, but we're not performing well.
Right.
But
So I think we
Kyrie's
gotta
supposed to
give
take that load on while they do that. Though.
That's true.
Hayward got to go.
Ooh,
He gotta go.
I think it's too quick.
He got to go.
I think it's too quick.
He got to go.
I think you got to give it a season. That's the thing. Like we didn't get to see it.
He got to go.
If he doesn't get hurt and they play half a season, I think that's different. But to me, if I got to give Philly a chance to adjust, I got to give Boston a chance to adjust.
Yeah.
And we're not even at the quarter pole yet as far as the season.
Sure.
When we get to January and then after the Christmas break and we see him play 25 to 30 games, I think we'll know more. But right now, I like Boston, Philly, with Toronto still on the outside looking in.
Okay. And nobody believes in Milwaukee.
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
Even though they got like one of the best players in the league.
I absolutely agree, but he's been one of the best.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, this year he can shoot.
When he can.
Isn't he shooting better?
Yeah,
He's shooting.
The
he's
team is shooting better.
The
I
team's shooting better.
don't know if he shoot. Chris Middleton's a good shooter.
That's true.
Bledsoe's a good shooter.
I still don't trust it.
But yeah, bro.
I'm not ready to say the Middleton,
can't.
Bledsoe, Greek freak.
Yeah, it's a bunch of dudes you don't know.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say.
Listen,
they got to prove me wrong.
That dude is unstoppable though.
Well, he better be. He's
does.
6'10".
Yeah, from 5 feet from the basket.
He's unstoppable.
You put him right there. He can't nobody can stop him.
Hey, like Tony Frost would say, he's giving everybody buckets.
All right, last thing on the docket. Your boy Carmelo Anthony is not returning back to the Houston Rockets. He's taking his extended break. He's trying to get bought out and trying to go to another team.
He's sick.
It's time to go to another team.
That's what
So
they said.
He said he's sick. So the question on the board is, should Carmelo just give it up? Should he retire? Or what team do you see going after Carmelo? now?
Listen, no. Let it go, bro. Like, have
Frozen. Let it go.
Let it go.
But
Let it go.
but before we talk about retirement, can we talk about something that's a little bit deeper than retirement for the NBA?
What?
Can we talk about blackballing in the NBA?
You think he's being blackballed?
Just like they did.
You think they're messing up his reputation?
Just like they did Allen Iverson. They trying to take him out. And Carmelo was a superstar of the league. Man.
Yes, very
You know
much
what I'm
so.
saying? And he was projected to come in and probably win a title or two, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but now he's starting to become blackballed.
Why?
Because
Why do you say that?
Anytime when they talk about putting a superstar player on and coming off the bench, that's a problem. Will LeBron James ever come off the bench?
Is
Well,
it? Do you think-
that's the problem.
but do you
But it's a
think-
respecting. Though.
Don't ask the LeBron question.
Okay,
don't answer
Alan,
LeBron.
it's a respect. It's a respecting. You have
Do you
Allen
think his
Iverson.
skill set still
Allen-
requires him to start on a contending team?
Listen, Carmelo he's on the decline. Okay, he's in his last days. His so.
So you want somebody in their last day starting for you?
Hey, listen, the Rockets they took him. They took him. Don't take him and disrespect the man. Don't do
Well,
that.
I believe when he first got there, he started.
No, he came off the bench.
He came off the bench.
He came off the bench. He only started a couple games.
He came off the
Okay.
bench, but
He went there knowing that he was going to come off the bench.
I think.
But he said it in the press conference, right?
Yeah.
AP. They said
That was OKC.
Oh, that was OKC.
That was
That's
OKC.
right.
when they OKC let him go and he was
went to
going to Houston,
he knew
he
was
talked to
gonna come
Dan
off the bench.
Toney because him and Dan Toney didn't have the greatest relationship
Right.
after what happened in New York.
New York, right?
And he told him that you might have to come off the bench.
He knew
so
that.
if you're coming here, I don't mind mending our relationship, but you still got to know that you're a role player.
Yeah.
You're not the guy.
I struggle with Carmelo because he failed in his branding.
He did.
Now
He did.
I struggle with the idea that
did.
he's being blackballed because he failed in his branding ability.
Explain that.
So here's what I mean. He's in New York, right? At Superstar. No, not even in New York.
Denver.
He was in Denver.
He was a superstar.
He was a superstar.
He was a superstar.
Okay? He had his opportunity to pick where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
But did he have anybody to play with though?
No, what I'm saying is not about. I'm not. He was
a bad team to the
it's-
Western Conference Finals.
He went to the Western Conference Finals with Denver.
Yeah.
So he was at the peak of his. We were like Melo.
Yeah.
Okay. He was a superstar, bona fide. You couldn't deny it. He had his chance to pick money, win.
He always picks money.
He always picks money. Okay. So remember, he could have went to Chicago and played with D Rose. That would be your first team in the East to really be a dog.
Yeah.
When
Not
D
really.
Rose
Just
stack up.
because D Rose, that was before he got hurt. When D
Yeah.
Rose was MVP caliber,
MVP guy.
they would have been a squad. He
Speaking
chose
of-
New York.
Speaking of D Rose, he put up 50.
Put
Did
up
you say that?
50. Old man 50.
One time for D Rose.
What's happening, D Rose?
One time for
There we
D
go.
Rose. Old man 50.
Old man
All
50.
layups.
Yeah, old man 50. Old man 50. I'm with you. So my issue with him is branding because then they get to New York, they don't win.
They welcomed him like a king.
They treated him like a king.
Yeah.
He did.
Then they didn't win. He didn't have squads, but then his game started to decline because here's the issue with Melo. To me, Melo, unfortunately, is a dinosaur of today's NBA.
Yeah.
The ball stops at Melo. Today's NBA is free flow, ball move, shooter shoot. Melo can still shoot it,
Yeah.
but when he gets the rock, he still wants to demand the ball like
He does.
he's the
He
man.
wants to take 10 dribbles.
He does.
He was. So then you get now
He
the
did.
debacle in New York. The man handled himself like a professional with the
He sure did.
Phil Jackson.
with the Phil Jackson
He sure
issue.
did. He sure
So my issue with him is not. I don't know if he's being blackballed, but I just feel like he branded himself wrong. So then when you left New York,
Yeah.
well now, bruh, you in the heyday of your career. Now you want to go win somewhere, but you want to be treated like that king still.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you still on that
So
level.
he goes to OKC under, I guess, how he's explaining it, false pretenses.
Yeah,
He's got to play the four.
He got to play the four.
He's getting reduced minutes. He's just standing in the corner. He's not getting his dribbles.
But you're on a team with
But you're on a team that has aspirations to compete, right?
and with two guys
conform.
that are in there. That's my issue with Melo. He never conforms.
He never conforms to the situation.
That's-
He don't play
that's my
defense.
only trouble
He's
with
selfish. He's a ball hog, and he's in it for the money. That's his reputation.
That's his
up to this point.
reputation. Now, will he be a Hall of Famer? I think he will.
Almost definitely. You can
Because
score
he's a
20
bona
points
fide
and
guy.
get
Yeah.
into the NBA Hall of Fame.
I mean, but he
Tracy
was,
McGrady's in the NBA Hall of Fame.
I mean, but he was supposed to take all of those shots, though. You know what I'm saying? That's
He was
what-
the man.
absolutely.
That was
That's what
NBA
he-
in that
that's-
time.
that's
But I'm talking about now.
But that's the problem, though. Every player declines, guys.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, like I have a hard time. For
You're upset that we're retiring him?
Well, I mean, not necessarily retiring him. I have a problem. Listen, at the end of the day, Dwayne Wade, he's on his farewell tour.
That brother.
He
Just keep redoing it.
yeah, but
Every time you think he's supposed to be done,
but
dang, bro.
This is his farewell tour.
But-
and we know it is.
He got a baby now, so
Yeah.
I guess so.
yeah, but
Congrats to you.
And he has a franchise that's willing to do it for him.
right.
That's true. That's different.
Yeah.
So I just have a hard time from a person going from a superstar and then you
They decline, brother. It happens.
Everybody's declining.
But
Yeah.
should he retire?
Everybody's
Should he
declining.
retire, or is there a team that's going to get him?
I
Everybody
think
from that draft is
one
gone.
of the hardest
Yeah,
things.
except for
one-
LeBron.
But them three.
One of the hardest things to do in the NBA and as a professional player is knowing when to quit.
And Corver.
It's
Those are the last four guys from that draft. Corver,
Corver's
LeBron.
still in the league
Yeah.
shooting.
Corver, LeBron, Melo, and
Melo and
D-Wade.
D-Wade,
Those are the last guys.
but that's the hardest thing to do. in
So
the
what
league is-
would
is
you
know-
do?
is knowing when to quit.
If you were a GM,
Is knowing to quit.
would you get him? Would you go get him?
Or would you just go back to Houston, bro? Like, what is the issue?
I don't know. I don't know.
So you,
I'm
as a
I struggle
Carmelo,
with Melo.
you're
I don't know.
you're mad because people think we're losing because of you. Is that and you're not gonna come back and play no more?
Listen, I feel like
He's sick.
He's probably thinking he's probably thinking like he's better than who's on the floor.
He has to be, but I
He's
think
mad
that's
because
the
he feels
problem.
like he's the scapegoat.
I can still
Yeah.
give you 30.
We started.
I agree with you. I think he does think that way because that's how he acts. He acts like, "Hey, I'm Melo."
Bro,
Like,
if you want to play,
haven't done that.
Go to Orlando.
If you want to be that guy, go to a bad team.
Go to Brooklyn.
I think
Go score 30 points a game.
I think Houston took a chance on him just to see how it would work. If he would be willing to conform and willing to adjust his game, and he's not willing to adjust.
And we said that. We knew that.
And so now they
lost
to retire
all your defensive people.
Yeah.
And then you got Carmelo Anthony who don't play no defense.
Yep.
So then you get mad because we say we lose it because of you.
I think he should retire.
Well,
There's no other place for him to go.
Where is he gonna go?
I think they do. They do.
Kyrie said he wants a 13-year vet.
Is this the same situation? Is this the same situation though? How they did Allen Iverson though? To be honest,
Allen Iverson's attitude got him out of the NBA.
Yeah, right. But at the same time, look what he did for the league.
He did spectacular things.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I don't think that's the debate though. I think the question. I mean, if you want to say he's getting blackballed, I think we change the discussion. Yeah, I think we can debate that. But I mean, if you look at the moment right now, what did we do with Melo?
His decisions got him to this.
I feel like his decisions got him.
What do you do with them? You bring him into a situation. Here's the problem. They don't talk to these players and tell them
that's
what
true.
what their roles are.
But he knew going to Houston.
No, bro.
He
gotta know
said
your
himself.
reputation as a man.
Like going to Houston, he knew I'm going here to come off the bench.
But did they legitimately give it a chance to work though?
Did he give it? I think he quit.
I do too.
He quit, not them. I think he's upset that they make it seem like it's his fault they're losing right now.
Well, James Harden, and probably CP3.
They probably didn't kiss his ass.
And
That's probably what happened.
And they probably went and told the coaches and like, don't start.
Yeah, give him less minutes, bro.
Hey,
play this young fella.
At the end of the day,
young fella play.
Last year's Houston Rockets won damn near 65 games without him coming off the bench or being there. So I think they justified that. I just think that he just didn't brand well. He never shows up to conform. He shows up like, I'm the guy.
I'm Carmelo Anthony.
And I'm supposed to get treatment. And you did get that treatment at one time, but we're past that. The league has left you.
Way
so
past
if James Harden don't win this year, he's gonna get retired too. Because he's the same way.
No way.
James Harden's still like 27.
Carmelo's like 36.
But understand that Carmelo was once in James Harden's shoes. James Harden, he's not going to win.
That's the trajectory.
He's not going to win.
Right.
That's the trajectory.
So the trajectory down the road for James Harden could be that.
Yeah.
The question is right now, what do you do with Melo?
You bring Carmelo into a situation and you talk to him, say, Carmelo, listen.
Where is that situation at in the league?
Like Toronto, Boston,
where's it at?
Philly.
Because right now, here's the breaking news today. Today's breaking news was Houston's not going to cut him.
Yeah.
Wojo reported they're not going to cut him. They're going to allow his representatives to negotiate with other teams. That's the breaking news. So the question becomes, who are the other teams?
Somebody want him.
You got to go to a trash team, bro.
You got to go to a trash team to prove that you're still Carmelo.
LeBron ain't going to trade for you. We homies, bro, but you're not going to trade. You're not messing up my locker room.
Nope.
Somebody's going to take him. I just say don't disrespect him.
I'm a Clipper.
Just don't
play for Doc Rivers.
Don't disrespect him like that. Don't disrespect
A leader of men. He's a leader of men.
I don't understand where you're coming from. Like, don't disrespect him.
Yeah, how are we disrespecting him?
He's garbage.
Who's disrespecting Carmelo?
He's not a good player. He's a legend.
Whether he's declined or not.
He's a legend. Yes,
he has declined.
But
he's not a good player.
You just said it.
Maybe he got scapegoat. Maybe.
You just said it though. Like at one point, he was.
We're not debating that. He was the man.
Even when they both came, I was in high school when they both came out, and I said, I was like, I'll take Carmelo over LeBron because Carmelo's the more polished player.
At the time, yeah.
At that time.
Right.
But that's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about right now. He's garbage.
He's garbage. I respect you for what you're
doing,
but
bro.
Today you're garbage.
You're messing up your legacy by going to different team after different team, and it's the same thing. You want to start. You're not going to start. You're 40. In the NBA, you're not starting no more.
And you won't
You're
change
not putting up 20 up no more.
You're not changing your game.
You're not a three-point specialist. You're not a defensive specialist. You do nothing special. So why are you on the court? Go play for the Nets if you want to score 30 points.
I just think it's wrong, man.
It is. It's wrong because
it's sad.
It's sad. That's the word.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It's sad.
I think he was kind of set up in the situation, man. Because at the end of the day, he never really was on a team that had
but he
players
picked.
That had players.
But he chose though.
Wow. You allow players to choose. Choose players Come on, man.
That
chose.
Nuggets team.
I can't soften it for him because he chose.
He never
to be on
had-
bad
He
teams.
chose money,
he never
bro.
had-
He always chose money.
He always chose the
But
money.
at the end of the day, though,
And that's what Devin Booker's about to do.
But he was-
Devin Booker chose the money.
But
Now
he
you're
was
going to
a-
sit there and
he was-
suck in Phoenix, your
he was a-
prime years.
But he was a franchise player, though, and so when
He
you
chose money.
I know he chose money, meaning that understanding that the front office would put people around him.
No.
They never did.
Nah, see that's the thing. I don't know.
He
that
had some players here and there.
They
He
never
had
did.
he had Chauncey and Kenyon Martin in
Chauncey
Denver.
when he was on
Chauncey?
his way out.
No, he still hadn't came to
They
Detroit
went to the
yet.
Western Conference Finals.
He still did, yeah.
He hadn't come to Detroit yet.
And then he had Iverson.
Chauncey before Chauncey got to the
And
team.
then he had your
Okay.
boy Iverson, right?
Yeah, he had.
And then
Iverson.
after that, he went to New York. He had whatever, Mari Stoudemire before he broke his
messed
knees.
his knees up. Yep.
So he had people. He had some guys to run
At
with.
that time, he had guys to run with, but his choice and his branding jacked him up.
And then recently
And now
he had Porzingis, the unicorn, and
Yep.
still couldn't get nothing done with that.
But that was, now there's a Jimmy Dolan situation too. All right.
All right, top five.
All right, top five. So every week we're gonna do a top five. It's my turn, right?
Yep.
So top five. This week's top five is I'm naming the top 5 teams in the NBA currently.
Currently.
I battled back and forth.
Your top
This
five?
is my
or
top
the
five.
top
No,
five?
Let me be clear. This is
Record-wise.
This is my top 5 teams in the NBA. I'm not speaking on just record. I'm going off of I test my top 5 teams in the NBA from 1 to 5.
Okay.
All right. And sorry, the Lakers aren't in my top 5. So.
Ooh. Oh,
ready?
did I skip Lakers talk?
Yes, you
Yeah, I
did.
It's okay.
Yes, you did.
I'm setting it up for them.
Okay.
The Lakers
All
aren't.
right, all right.
Yes, you did.
But they've won 4 in a row though, so we should be excited.
5.
Okay.
5.
So my top 5 teams. Number 1, top team in the league right now.
Shocker.
Golden State. Let's get that out the way. That's gonna be made
After
that
you
way.
talk 35 minutes about their demise,
Right.
they're still number one.
Number 1 in the league right now. My second best team in the league right now is the Toronto Raptors.
Ooh.
Yep.
But you hate Kyle Lowry.
Right.
Well, I'm not talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about right now.
Oh.
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
Okay? Currently, my top 5 teams in the NBA.
You hate Kyle Lowry.
I hate him in the playoffs. I told you that. When he gets to game 82, he's going to shut it down. So right now, I like them as the second best team in the league.
Okay.
My third best team in the league right now.
But I'm not even going to. No, I'm not going to do that to you.
My third best team in the league right now. Surprisingly, I can't believe I'm saying this because
The Los Angeles Lakers.
no. Nice try. My third best team in the league right now is the Denver Nuggets.
Yikes. They've been losing lately.
They've been losing lately, but right now they're still up there. They're the number 3 team in the West, number 2 team in the West right now.
The Joker.
So they got the Joker. They're
IT
playing.
coming
I like
back.
the young folks.
IT's coming after
I
Christmas.
like that squad right now.
Okay.
Right now. Let's stay there. Stay
I
there.
don't know, man. It just seems like the Nuggets.
I know. No, I said that. That's what I'm saying. Like nobody likes it, but when you look at it, it looks nasty on paper. Okay, but it's just the way it is right now. My fourth best team in the league right now is the Boston Celtics.
How? They suck.
This is my list.
But your list sucks.
Your list sucked last week too. All right. And my fifth best team in the league.
So you can't even back it up. Why are they your fourth
right.
best team? You just
Right?
yeah.
Well, I feel like they're still the fourth best team in the league because I like their names on paper. I just think they're a good team on paper.
No, they're not.
I think they just need time. They just need time. My fifth best team in the league is the 76ers.
Bro, you killed me because I had the Chiefs like a couple parts down because of Andy Reid, even though they won like 9 games already.
Okay.
But you have the Celtics
But
who
that
are like
wasn't
4-4 right
that
now.
wasn't your top 5.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you put them, but you had them in the wrong spot. I didn't kill you. I said you had them, and I said when they lose, then move them out because
you got guys here record-wise that are horrible. Milwaukee record-wise is better than like 4 to 5 teams.
And
that
you just
got
sat
in
here and said you don't believe in them either.
Yeah, but this is your top 5.
Ah, see, exactly. That was my top 5.
All right, are we diving into the Lakers or should we go NFL?
Well, we have to. That's why he's here.
Okay.
So let's just give him his opportunity. All right. This is the man, ladies and gentlemen. Let's set this thing up right.
Oh,
all right.
man.
I don't
If I
even-
had my phone, I'll play the video
Right. I don't even think we have to touch NFL besides picks, to be honest with you.
Okay.
We might have to let it be. There's a
Alright.
great game on tonight. It's already on. Oh, yeah, it's on. Who knows? Somebody tell us the score. Green Bay, Seattle game's on right now. And there is a big game coming up Monday night that we have to mention.
Oh.
But let's just, real quick. Sports Dad Cephus is here, everybody. Follow him on YouTube.
What up? What up?
This guy is basketball. When it comes to basketball, I definitely respect this man's knowledge. Watch him coach the game, teach the game. He's got 2 dogs for sons, twin boys that ball on the court and play ball on the football field. Nephews, godsons. Plus, his third son is a baller. And look out,
Got big game this week.
the dog. Yeah, the dog. And we got to touch that too. The daughter is got a little gang too. So all 4 kids got gang. All right. So this man's basketball knowledge, his IQ, everything's there.
He's building me up to tear me down.
Which is so surprising. Say no.
Building me up to tear
Thank
me
you.
down.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Which, at the end of the day, is why we had to bring him in. Because, D said, what's cracking? What's good, bro? This man is on tape, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
He has been recorded saying that the Los Angeles Lakers will be in the Western Conference Finals, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Twilight.
did we rip you
That
last
was
week?
Walking Dead.
Did I rip you last week? I did rip you last week. So now the mic is yours. The floor is yours. Be careful what you say.
Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Oh,
and I know you were building me up to tear me down. But I just wanted to let you know that you were wrong by attacking me when I was just basically sending messages
Sir, that's what
through
happened.
the feed, and you went
That's
on
what
a
happens.
rant.
This is our show.
But I
When
understand.
we have the mic,
But
that's
I,
what happens.
But I understand why
You're
you
here
were
now. Speak.
And I am, and I'm getting ready to speak.
Go ahead.
So here's the situation with you, Joe.
Sir, the Lakers are going to the Western Conference Finals.
I'm so glad that you're my friend and you're my cousin.
Yeah, don't act like Draymond right here.
because
I want you
I
to
can
agree
call
with
you all
something.
kind of beans and we still be cool.
because I mean
Yelling at me about
because
something that happened 10 years ago.
I would really hate to double cross you or to walk away from you or anything like that, because you would literally turn your back on somebody just like you turned your back on LeBron James.
Oh, wow.
And so
Can I have that bell?
Yeah.
Okay, I need that.
When you make troll statements, you have to.
Oh.
I know. Keep on digging.
I'm
fellas.
yeah, I'm
Keep
feeling
on
I
digging.
turn my back on LeBron.
You turn your back on LeBron
Can I
James.
take notes so I can respond?
You turned your back on LeBron James, and you know good and well if LeBron James was still in Cleveland, you would not have this response. I've watched you go back and forth, and I watched you be wishy-washy with this man. When he originally left the Cleveland Cavaliers to go to Miami, you were broken. And I told you, Joe, he'll be back. You were broken, man. You wouldn't even, you had nothing good to say about LeBron. But when he came back, oh, King, live forever. It's the King is back now. Let's go. And so you were on the bandwagon, the LeBron bandwagon. But guess what? Now that he's gone, you dogging him out. The Los Angeles Lakers they're not gonna be in the Western Conference Finals and things like that. And yeah, I did say that they're gonna be in the Western Conference Finals. You want to know why they're gonna be in the Western Conference Finals? Because that's what the people want to see, and the NBA is going to make sure that it happens.
They have their ways.
That's what the people want to see.
That's your line.
Yep.
That's
They
what
have
people
their
want to
ways.
see.
They do.
And
They do. They
yes,
have their ways.
absolutely.
that's why you said it. That's absolutely why you
That
said it.
is why I said it.
That's-
I love
Y'all
it.
see that look?
That is
You
why
see
I
that
said it.
Hey, all
in
you out in podcast
in
land,
addition
you can't
to-
see this man's face.
Just gave me a troll
He
look.
just gave us a troll look.
In addition to the fact that
I'm on number 4
They-
in my notes. Go ahead.
in addition to the fact that they have a good team that basically needs some time to gel, just like you said,
Time to gel.
Boston needs time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that they're starting to find a little stride, because guess what?
4 in a row.
They won their 5 of their 6 games. They won, and I remember my good friend Dre said that the Lakers, they were not built to win. So
A championship.
He did say a
Now a
championship.
championship.
Oh, he wasn't
now a
See how he tries to
championship.
get. He's gonna get you
Is
fired
it
up, Dre.
a championship,
No, it-
or did you say that they weren't built to win,
A
Dre?
championship.
A championship.
Oh,
We're
okay.
on tape saying
Okay.
championship.
I'll let them have that one. I'll let them have that
You're
one.
not letting us have it.
But But here's the thing: the Lakers, you cannot deny they are very exciting to watch. Oh my God,
Okay.
Aren't they not?
Are you?
They are. I would
Yes,
turn
we
it.
agree.
Let
Let me be clear. I agree too, sir. They're very exciting to watch.
You like watching
Can
them?
we keep the narrative?
The
though?
high flying action, the oops from half court. Isn't that awesome?
This happened like what?
Now
2
yesterday,
games.
LeBron James played like he's supposed to play.
44.
44.
And I mean, he was playing with the ball, putting the ball up. He hit like six threes yesterday, and he was really playing.
Mhm.
Melo is starting to come into himself a little bit. He's being a little bit more aggressive offensively, and Ingram, he's being aggressive offensively. I love what I'm seeing from this team. The energy of the team is just awesome. So, but the thing that changed, the reason why they're winning now, is because they changed the defensive strategy. Did you hear that in the media? That they're trying things differently defensively. Did you hear that? And we do know what happened when you play defense, right? What happened?
Defense wins championship.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win the championship this year, but I will say that they will be in the Western Conference Finals. They're starting to figure it out, okay? They're starting to figure it out, and they're looking good. And
That's the one thing I do agree with you in. They're starting to figure it out.
they're starting to figure it out.
They're win some games.
In the Western Conference
They're
Finals.
starting to win some games.
Yeah.
Make it look serviceable.
And they're winning good games, too.
Win some games.
They beat Portland last
They
night.
beat Portland.
They beat Portland last night.
Yeah, I know. So that's why they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
They got a good team, man. And once again, don't disrespect. This is one thing I don't like about you guys' show. Okay?
That ain't the whole show.
Ding the bell, man. This is what I don't like about you guys'
Ding the bell when it's time to ding the bell.
That wasn't
You
how
don't
to ding
like
the
the
bell.
whole.
You guys,
all my Cleveland folks, Ohio folks in the feed right now, listen to this man.
you guys
Thank you,
have to stop disrespecting the best player in the world, man.
Qualify it.
What do you mean?
How are we disrespecting LeBron?
You
No, don't tell us what we just did. Speak it right now. Let's get into this.
LeBron James has a proven
And give
record.
us a chance to respond.
I am going to give you a
Okay.
chance to respond.
All right.
LeBron James has a proven record, man. Whatever team that he goes to, that team now becomes a championship contender. That is the history of LeBron, and that's what's happening. But you guys won't give him that respect.
For this team.
Yes,
You are correct.
Yes.
that's terrible. So you saying are you saying he's in the same bucket as Carmelo Anthony? Are you taking away? Are you saying his game is
I think you
diminishing?
speak in hyperboles like you just
Is
did.
is his game diminishing?
That's not what we said, and that's not what we're saying.
Then why aren't you giving him the same respect?
That's
what I'm saying.
You just
Disrespect.
literally compared the
Shame.
two like they're the same level.
Shame.
Like, okay, so the question
Shame.
on the table is,
Shame.
you're saying that because LeBron has gone to this Lakers team, that he automatically makes this Lakers team a championship contender.
Did you see what he did to the Cleveland Cavaliers when he took
Okay,
them to the
now,
finals?
I'm glad you said that. Let's talk about that. Let's be realistic
When
now.
he didn't have anybody.
Oh, they had people. That's the problem.
They didn't have anybody.
Sir, stop.
The
Stop.
Lakers are better than that team.
Of the 2007 Cavs?
Yes.
Nobody's debating that.
Okay, but-
he didn't take that team to
But if the Lakers are better
Oh.
than that team, why aren't you giving him the same respect?
that's
then?
LeBron.
That he's now a champion.
Nobody even gave
You see what
LeBron.
I'm saying, Dre? You see? I mean, you get. You
Can I comment on it?
Dre is the voice of reason. He's not an emotional guy.
Can
He
I
doesn't-
answer the
Go
question?
ahead.
I'm just taking
I
out
just wanna-
information.
I wanna answer the question.
As long as you don't let your emotions drive you,
Don't
Draymond.
request. Don't compare. Now, see, this is the thing. Now that you said what you don't like about our show and what we do on our show.
Yeah, man.
Let me respond to you. Here's what I don't like about this argument with you.
Disrespecting the kid.
This is what you're doing. You change the argument every time we have this
I didn't
discussion.
change the argument. I didn't change.
Hold
the argument.
on.
That's not what I
You
did.
changed the target. The target began here. Your statement is this. The Lakers, as currently constructed, will go to the Western Conference Finals, and that we are being disrespectful because we don't put them there automatically and make them championship contenders because LeBron's on that team. Your comparison to that is the 2007 Cavaliers, okay? The 2007 Cavaliers in that current Eastern Conference, okay? This is where I come in and make my statement about why I gave LeBron the respect we gave him in the East versus the West. Nobody's giving them this respect. You're the only guy in America that's giving them this respect in the West. in the East in 2007.
Stephen A. Smith did.
Stephen A. Smith did not put the Lakers in the Western Conference
Yes,
Finals.
he did.
He did.
He did. Yes, he did.
All right.
Yes,
ding,
he did.
ding it. He gets credit.
That was before he saw them play basketball.
Thank you. Okay, but just give him credit for that.
Jeez, man.
But back to the 2007 Cavs comparison. LeBron wasn't today's LeBron. He was young LeBron. He could barely shoot at the time. The dude was who he was, and that team was piss poor. Nobody was even giving LeBron whatever team you go to respect championship level. So let's not. The 2007 Cavs don't even count in this discussion.
LeBron is still averaging
Let's
30
talk.
points.
Let's talk about LeBron
averaging
as
30.
he's gone from team to team and made them a contender.
Skip.
Let's do that.
Skip.
Hold
He's averaging 30
on.
points.
See, you want to jump in again?
He's averaging 30 points.
Let's do that again. What he's averaging doesn't make them a contender. Let's talk about LeBron when he left Cleveland and went to the Heat. What did the Heat do?
Wait, before you go there, you just talked about the 2007 Cavs.
You can't. They're not even in this discussion. They're not even in this discussion. LeBron wasn't the LeBron you're even trying to give.
That was the Spurs.
That was the Spurs. They got blew out 4-0.
That team was horrible.
That team was horrible.
Diane Marshall.
You can't use that team because LeBron wasn't this caliber LeBron. So let's argue about LeBron in his caliber right now. Let's argue LeBron in his current state. You're saying that LeBron should get the respect of going to the West and making the Lakers a championship caliber team because he did it in Cleveland and because he did it in Miami.
Let me ask you a
and you're
question.
saying that the Cleveland and Miami teams were nobodies until he got there.
Why do you think Magic went and got him?
Because LeBron's the best player in the world right now.
He's the
Okay,
biggest
nobody's
free agent
debating.
ever.
Okay.
He's the biggest free agent ever. Nobody's debating that. That's not a debate.
So when you got the best player in the world on your team, what happens? What
Your
is
team
the
gets better.
what is the probability?
Your team gets
what is,
better.
What is the
Your
result?
team gets better.
Your team gets better, but you have to the best player on. Listen,
We're not in a vacuum,
listen,
sir.
Listen,
We're not in a vacuum.
Here's the thing.
Let's also talk
Here's the-
about why
here's-
he didn't go
here's-
all in on
here's-
Kawhi Leonard.
Here's the thing.
Why didn't Magic go get Kawhi? Why didn't he go get Kawhi?
When I went and played pickup basketball, and I look at the losing team, right? I pick the best player that I saw from that losing team, and that person is probably the best player that's on the floor at the particular time. So when I pick him on my team, now I just put myself in a position to actually win, right? To win.
Yep.
To
win more games.
To win.
You're gonna win.
To win and not lose. That was my mindset. Oh, we're not losing today. We're not losing at all until we just flat out just quit.
Yep.
So that's the same mindset.
You
got the best player on the planet on your team.
But we're not arguing that. We're still. What's the argument?
The argument is that if you
Why
if you
should I
call him-
respect
if you
him?
have enough respect to call him the best player on the team, then you have to give him that respect that now they have become a championship contender.
I have to look at his
Why
team.
not?
I have to look at his team.
Hey.
I can't make this guy doesn't become a championship. Did the Wizards become a championship contender when?
Dre, help me,
when,
Dre. Dre,
when-
help
hey,
me.
when Jordan went
Help
to the
me.
Wizards, were they automatically a championship contender? When Jordan went to the Wizards, were the Wizards a championship contender? No. Why? Because they looked at his team and said, they're not going to win a championship. And with the Wizards, when Mike J went to the Wizards, did that make them a contender? No.
Yes.
Oh my God! Listen,
Okay.
hit the bell.
Okay,
Yes.
Hit the bell.
I was about to agree with you in this small
Until
part.
you said that.
Yes.
Until you said that.
Okay.
Come on, man. That was a sarcastic answer. When you bring on Michael Jordan going to the Wizards, bro,
It's
that's
the
not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
Okay.
It's
Michael
not the
Jordan.
same.
Michael Jordan. It's not. Michael
It's
Jordan
not the
wasn't.
Michael
My
Jordan
point
was
is-
retired
no,
for like
no,
5 years.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
sir.
that's the
Jordan
same
went to the Wizards after they had won their 6 championships. My
Oh,
point.
he was in
And
his
he
years.
let-
retired though.
My
He came
point. This is the
back.
thing. What I'm saying is, you're talking about respecting a guy and giving a team championship caliber because I should respect his greatness.
But he was no longer the best player.
but
in the world
You're
back
pulling
then,
the Cephus right now.
though. Thank you.
But that's what he does. That's what he has to do. And because he agreed, I'm
Why you
good.
gonna give me the bell when I agree to? But you
Because
ain't
he
giving the
agreed,
bell when
I'm
you
good.
said it.
Because he agreed, I'm good now.
Okay, yeah.
I'm good because now I'm proving my point.
Right.
Exactly.
He agreed to it.
Yes, I'm
You're
good.
pulling the Cephus right now with
Exactly.
the whole Jordan thing.
It's a hyperbole.
That's totally.
It's hyperbole.
That's totally
It's like bringing up the 07 Cavs. That's what he did.
But I understand the mindset of we have the best player in the world now. We should contend for a championship. I can understand
You
that.
have to acquiesce.
I can understand. Like, as a
I
team,
agree with
as
that.
a teammate-
I understand the mindset,
I
but that's not the debate.
but the reality of the situation
What's
is
the reality?
we are in the Western Conference, a totally different conference, where the reigning, defending
Yes.
NBA champions
Dysfunctional.
live. They weren't dysfunctional
They
before
weren't
yesterday.
Before yesterday.
Dysfunctional.
Again,
They
They're
weren't
now-
dysfunctional.
They're now. They're now. They're now.
and they're still going to win championship.
Okay.
And they're not going to play the
Kevin
Lakers
Durant,
in the Western
Kevin Durant.
Conference Finals.
Bye bye, Kevin
But
Durant.
let's not debate that because you
Bye
like
bye.
to jump.
Bye bye, Kevin Durant.
You like to jump. That's next year.
Bye bye, Klay Thompson.
That's next year. This year, stay here.
The mindset says, yes, we have the best player in the world. We should compete for a championship.
Correct.
But there's a lot of factors that go into it. LeBron's older. He's not trying to carry a whole team for 82 games anymore. They're in the Western Conference, which is a totally hard conference. You can tell by their start. They went 2 for 8 or whatever
You
it
have to
was.
figure it out.
Get beat by all the Western Conference teams.
Yeah.
It's a totally harder division.
Yeah.
He has very young teammates.
Correct.
The best players on his team are super young, second-year guys.
Listen,
So why are we-
So this is a daunting task
it is.
to put on LeBron James's shoulders. So to put the expectation of Western Conference Finals is a little too much for him and this team unless you give him somebody else that he can hold it with.
You still got to give him that respect though, Dre. Until he proves.
We can't
until
give
he proves,
him that.
Why
He
not?
hasn't proven anything
What?
in the West.
Until he proves otherwise. You have to give him that respect.
You set yourself up for failure.
Listen. I can live with that. I can live with that and say, you know what?
This is a
I can live with-
different person.
I can live with that.
This dude is not. Are you going to hold yourself accountable for the Western Conference Finals prediction?
I am. I didn't I say
I
that.
think he is.
I
I think he
think-
is.
That's all I want.
He is.
That's what the people want to see.
We're being accused of being disrespectful to somebody because we're going
guys
reality and looking at this team and
You
going,
can't do reality.
where's the Western Conference
You
Finals?
can't
at
do
with this
reality right
You can't
now.
do reality.
team? We can't do reality. With
I
this team.
understand where you're coming from in a mindset, but I'm not willing to go. You're on a limb right now, and
You're
I'm
on
not
a
willing to
limb.
go on that limb with you.
Going
right
on
now.
a limb would say that they win a championship. They're going to be in the Eastern.
No,
They're
I
going to
think
be in the
going on
Western
a
Conference
limb-
Finals.
I think that's a limb.
Listen, and
I think it's safe to say they're going to make the playoffs. I think going on a limb is saying they're going to make the Western Conference Finals. I think saying they're going to get to the second round is a wish and a prayer.
I really think that you guys are diminishing what LeBron has. I mean, what he has done, his legacy, his track record, and I also think you're diminishing the Los Angeles Lakers team. I think
No, Cedric, he wasn't. He wasn't a Lakers fan.
I think
And you're not a
You're
He's not a fan.
you're not a fan of their coach either, right?
I think Magic Johnson and the powers that be did a wonderful job.
You don't like Luke Walton, right?
Putting together. Hold on a second. Ingram, these guys are growing up really fast.
Trade him.
Melo.
Lonzo.
Trade him.
You mean
Lonzo.
Lonzo?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Lonzo. I'm getting you, Lonzo.
Let him
Yeah.
too.
He's. Oh wow, you guys are just disrespectful.
I like Lonzo.
Cool.
He don't like Lonzo.
I don't like Lonzo.
Kuzma.
That's the only asset you
He's
keep.
the only guy that stays.
I would trade Ingram.
But these are the players that LeBron has around
These
him.
are the players
Yeah.
that LeBron will
Yeah.
get
And
to
that's
the
why we're not
7th
going on that
seed
limb
in the
with
West.
you.
That's exactly why. What you just named is why we're not ready to tell you that the Lakers are going to the Western Conference.
I don't trust Brandon Ingram like you do.
Okay.
So I'm not willing to go on that limb for you.
That's
I don't trust Lonzo like that, like you do. I like Lonzo. I don't trust it. And now he's about to get a whole bunch of minutes because Rondo broke his hand. So Rondo's going to be out for the next month.
I've never trusted a team that won 20-something games.
And Cedric, I was a Laker fan. Don't let him answer for me, bro.
Ooh.
I was a Laker fan.
When
Don't
were
you?
you a Lakers
Calling out
fan?
the fandom.
Never answer for me, bro.
When?
I-
When were you a Lakers fan?
Calling out the fandom.
When Kobe was there, I was cheering for Kobe, baby.
Or the Lakers or Kobe?
The Lakers.
A lot of people are Lakers fans.
The Lakers. When Kobe
This
Bryant was
is a dark slope.
when
It
Kobe.
is- he doesn't understand.
This is
It's
a
very
dark
slippery,
slope.
sir.
This is a dark slope.
That's when they start. That's what they do. That's what they do. They team up.
No, you gotta be
You
I don't like
very
it.
specific
I don't like
on
going
it.
down this slope.
When you're on
A fandom.
you have to be specific. He's on the LeBron.
I bet-
Is he from Cleveland?
I bet
He's my brother.
You-
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Cedric,
you better have a
come on.
childhood photo of you in the
Come on,
Lakers
bruh.
jersey.
I know, right?
It's a slippery
Were you a
slope.
Lakers
Cedric-
fan before Kobe?
I'll
or-
accept it. You say you're a Kobe fan.
Cedric,
Just say
you
you're a
Like,
Kobe
just say you're a
fan.
Kobe fan.
Play
Just say
me
you're a
101,
Kobe
bruh.
Oh yeah.
I can say-
Play me 101.
That's the Draymond in him coming up.
I can say I'm a LeBron fan. I'm not a Cleveland fan. but I enjoy
Like,
watching
you're a
LeBron James
Kobe
play
fan.
basketball.
Were you a Lakers fan or you're a Kobe fan?
Just like right now, I love me some Zion.
You know I was a Laker fan.
Wherever,
I'm not being.
I was a Laker fan. Yeah, I was a Laker fan. I was cheering for the Lakers. But at the end of the day, I loved Kobe too.
Got you. Okay, I'm just asking.
wherever Zion go, I'm gonna be a fan.
But here's the thing, Cedric. You said I'm on the LeBron bandwagon, but wasn't he on the LeBron bandwagon when he was in Cleveland?
Sir,
so why change now?
Whoa. So
Why change now?
I'm still a LeBron fan. That's not what we're debating.
No, you're not.
I'm not a fan
You're
because
not
I don't think he can take this team to the
you're not
Western
a-
Conference
you're not a-
Finals.
you're not a-
I'm disrespectful,
You're
right?
disrespectful.
You're not a true LeBron fan.
Man, I've been following LeBron.
If you was
since
a
he in high school,
LeBron
bro.
fan, and regardless of what he did, regardless of where he's playing, you'll still be supporting him. If he was in Cleveland right now, you would not be doing that to him right now. You'll still be saying, "Yeah, championship."
That's
we're gonna go to
that's
the
a
championship.
different
that's
discussion.
blind following shit.
That's a different discussion.
You can't be blind in that.
I'm not. That's the thing.
Just because
he
he's
wants
him,
you
you
to
just
be.
want you to just blindly.
Yeah, I just want to
follow
blindly follow him.
You
I'm
got it.
still a LeBron supporter. I want to see LeBron succeed. I'm like every other Cleveland fan today. When LeBron left for LA, nobody in Cleveland was mad. Everybody was like, "Good, hey, good luck.
They didn't say
Do your
good
thing."
You could be a fan, or you
They were hurt.
There wasn't nobody hurt, bro.
Yes, they were. They were
I'm
hurt.
from the town. I talk to people. There wasn't nobody hurt. People weren't hurt.
Joe,
Every-
when he
if
left,
you go on
they were burning
social,
jerseys, bro.
no, the second time
Oh,
when
the
he just
second
left.
time. Oh,
When he
yeah,
just
yeah.
left and went to LA, everybody on social media, you go on social
Joey,
media, people
yeah.
loved him.
Joey, you from the town, but you're not a part of Cleveland no more.
He'll get a
You've been in
he'll get a
Michigan
standing
forever,
ovation
bro.
when they play
He'll get a
Cleveland.
standing ovation when they show up.
Oh yeah, because they love him.
They
So
loved
that's
him.
the
That's
argument.
what I just said. I just said that. When he left, they loved him. Nobody got mad this time.
But what you were saying good riddance. Ding the
That was
bell.
a mistake.
Ding the mistake. Ding the bell for the mistake, bro.
Wait, I said that. You just said nobody said good riddance. They were upset. They weren't upset. They weren't upset when they left this time. Nobody was upset.
But you said that he said good riddance.
In other words, good luck. Everybody wished him luck.
Yeah, because he earned the right to leave.
Exactly.
He did what he's supposed to
So,
do. He came and delivered.
And we all wish him well, but we're not looking at the Lakers and going, "Oh, they're gonna win. They're gonna go to the Western Conference Finals now because he's on the team." I have to look at the team too. Name me a team he went to that was like this, and they went to the finals.
Yeah.
Name one.
You can't be a stan. You can be a fan, but you can't be a stan.
Miami Heat.
No, they recreated the team. That's why I knew you were gonna say that.
Miami Heat.
They
There was
built
only
the team.
there was
Same
two
thing.
people on that team when he got there: Mario Chalmers and Udonis Haslem.
And then they
Everybody
rebuilt
else they added.
everything.
Everybody else
They added everything.
Who? Chris Bosh.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's it.
They
Mike
went
Miller.
That's it.
Shane
That's
Battier.
it. That's it.
Dwayne Wade resigned.
That's it.
Birdman, Ray Allen.
They added players, sir.
Okay.
So my point is this: he hasn't gone he has never gone to a team and took the team that was there the previous season and sucked and made them great.
But here's the thing.
He's
though.
never done that.
Here's the team, though. Here's the thing. Did the Miami Heat not say, or was their attitude when he went over there, we can win the championship now?
Most definitely.
Yeah, it was.
He was in
But
LeBron
not
career.
because of
That
the
was
pieces.
99 overall LeBron.
Not because
2K.
not because of the pieces that they had, because they had
That
LeBron
was,
James.
to his point, that was 99 overall LeBron.
That was the
2K LeBron.
prime of his
that was prime of
career,
his
bro.
career, LeBron.
That was black headband LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can stop that dude.
And we still have the black Rogaine LeBron right now. Okay, and he's still dominating the game.
Dig him.
He's still dominating the game. The man put up 44 points last night. He's averaging 30.
Yeah,
He's still the man.
No, he's
Until
a basketball.
he proves
Wait, wait,
otherwise.
He's a
wait,
basketball savant.
but
He
here's
knows
the
how to
thing,
play
see,
the game.
Nobody's debating that. Guess what? He is still the man. And they're 8-6, sir.
But
And they're not going to the Western
it's a
Conference
struggle.
Finals. It's a struggle.
Okay.
He's the man on a team that's not
listen.
going to be a
He has
championship
to-
contender
listen,
yet.
his body
It's
can't hold up
okay.
scoring
I know.
44
It's
every
okay.
night,
I know
bro.
it's really.
Now,
I
next
know it's
year,
okay.
when they get
I know it's
Kawhi
okay.
or Kevin Durant
I know it's
or
okay.
they get Clay, then, yeah.
We
they'll
can put
build
those
a team.
expectations.
I know-
I'll be with you.
I know.
If they get Clay,
I don't want you to be with me.
I'll be with you.
Then you not become a bandwagon, bro. I don't want you
That's
to be
not a
with me.
bandwagon.
no,
Yes,
I'm not rooting for them.
Here's
I
the
will
thing.
say that they might go to the
That's
Western
all we're
Conference
saying
Finals.
is we will
I
give
don't-
them that,
listen,
that status.
I'm not expecting you guys to agree with me. At the end of the day, I just came on to the show and just said what I had to say. At the end of the day, I'm backing up. I am backing up what I'm saying. That Los Angeles Lakers will be in the Western Conference Finals because that's what the people want to see, and because they have a good team. Like I believe in the young nucleus of that team.
And you believe this team is going to
They're
be
going into the Western Conference Finals,
Hey,
bro.
as of right now, you got a good trajectory because right now, Houston sucks.
The teams that you expect to be there are in a good
OKC
spot.
ain't getting it
And you don't want to
together.
count on Portland. You
Yeah.
can't count on Denver.
So you
got a good. You're looking
got a
good
good
right now.
shot right now.
No.
Right now,
But I'm not
you're in the
going.
lead.
I'm not going on that limb with you, bro.
Your horse is out in front.
That's it.
It's a long race,
You
but
just-
your horse is out there.
You can't be mad because I don't want to go out on the limb with you.
And then call us disrespectful.
I see it as a limb.
I'm not being upset that you don't want to. I just,
You called us disrespectful.
I do think that you guys are being disrespectful, though. I'm not expecting you guys to go out on a limb with me. I'm just saying, don't disrespect the man. If he has a track record of whatever team that he goes to and has proven that they won championship, regardless.
Oh my God! You
regardless-
can't say that without considering the facts.
Regardless of the pieces that they put around
It's
him.
not regardless.
At the end of the listen.
Oh.
Listen. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna
You
go.
are a fan.
I'm gonna say
We're gonna have
this.
to put a bow on this.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get out of here. Okay.
You can't leave our show.
Yeah.
We end the show when we're ready. You're gonna sit here and end it with us.
Listen.
This dude's trying to drop the mic
Can't quit
on
me.
our show, right? He's
Listen.
trying to drop the mic on Andre and Joel.
I'm going to say something, and
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I think this is gonna like.
You think it's gonna shut us up? Go
I
ahead.
don't think it's gonna.
You're trying to have a moment. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to
Drop
shut
the
you.
mic.
I'm not trying to shut you guys up, but I'm trying to cause you guys to think. And I'm gonna look this way because I got a good opportunity of convincing him. Because
You
you
have to convince us.
I gotta focus.
because you have that wall, that silo that's up there. You don't want to acquiesce.
Hey,
right now.
if you're in
So-
the feed, tell us.
So,
Are they Western Conference Final contenders? Go ahead.
So here's the thing. The reason why I say that LeBron has a track record of whatever team that he goes to that they win a championship, right? And you said that you have to take into consideration the players that they added to the team at those times, and I agree with
like
that.
to have history.
I agree with that. But here's the thing: when LeBron James went to these teams,
Mm-hmm.
the team said, "Okay, we got the best player in the world. Now let's add these pieces around him."
Absolutely.
So they believe.
I'm acquiescing right now. I agree.
So at the end of the day, they recognize that they have the best player in the world here, and all we have to do is just basically add these pieces around him.
Yep.
They're not adding pieces around Ray Allen. They're not adding pieces around D Wade.
Yep.
They're adding the piece around him
Hey.
because he is the guy.
We agree.
Target.
Yep.
Because
That's
he's
good.
the guy.
That's good.
And that's saying a lot about these teams that he's went to.
That's good.
So it goes along with my argument in regards to whatever team that he goes to that they win because the organization recognizes it and they put these players around him to do so.
Agree with you 100%.
So if they can recognize that they have the best player on the team and this is a great opportunity for us to win a championship, let's get him whatever he needs, right?
Yep.
And so if they
so
can
that-
recognize that, how come you can't?
Because we did recognize that.
No, you didn't.
Wait, hold
No,
on.
you didn't.
Yes.
No, you did not. Because
Let it flesh out.
No, you did not.
Right. Let it flush out.
No, you.
What's the thing we talked about?
Hold on. Time
We
out.
talked.
Time-
Wait. Did
Wait,
not
he said let it flesh out.
the flush out is right here? Did
No.
not Magic Johnson try to do that?
He's doing it.
Wait,
What do you mean? Not trying.
All
He's
summer,
doing it.
all summer long. If the whole idea is let's go get these players, that's been the mantra.
Because we have LeBron.
Exactly.
The best player in
So,
the league.
okay,
Which
so-
means that we have the best player that puts us in a better position to win.
And guess
We have
what?
a great opportunity to make a run
Absolutely.
for a championship right now.
So what did
So-
Magic do all summer? What did Magic do all summer long?
He recruited players.
No. Hold on. Before the sweepstakes of second tier 1 year guys purchased, Magic spent all of July and August trying to get the other guy.
Correct.
Okay, so
Correct.
let me take what you just said. I'm acquiescing right now. When LeBron went to the Heat, they said we got the great player. Let's go get these guys for LeBron. When LeBron came back to the Cavs, we got Kyrie already here. Let's go get Kevin Love and these guys for LeBron.
Correct.
When he went to the Lakers, Magic said, I got the best player. Let me go and try to get Kawhi for LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
That would seal the deal.
Hold on. Magic knew.
We already got a great. We
Magic-
already got a great
hold on.
core.
And he had a pitch for Paul George.
And he had a pitch for Paul George. And Magic was ready to give up a couple of the current players that LeBron's playing with.
Correct.
Which tells me this. Magic knew
in order to be the team that we need to be,
You think he was gonna give up Kuzma?
I got it. No, he was never going to give up Kuzma.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
But don't interject names.
Okay.
Don't interject names
I'm just
because you know it's slipping. So now you start to chime in. No.
You know, Magic is a fan of Ingram, right?
Here we go.
You know he's
Here
a really
you come with
great
your
fan of Ingram.
But
He is.
I want to
He
hold you
is.
accountable for what you're saying.
I am.
No, you're adding these names in. Here's the thing. The point you're trying.
I'm listening.
The point you're trying to make is we're being disrespectful
Very
because
disrespectful.
we didn't give this dude championship caliber team at the way they're currently built. But you want to leave out what you just made a point of.
What?
The point you're making is when he went to Miami, they went and got guys. When he went to Cleveland, they went and got guys. When he went to LA, Magic tried to go get guys. They didn't get the guy they wanted because the Spurs wanted everybody. Magic said, I'm not giving up Kuzma. So therefore...
And he didn't get a shot at Paul George.
And he didn't get a shot at Paul George. So therefore, Magic said...
You're not giving up Kuzma and Ingram. You're dropping names now.
No, sir.
You're
They were
dropping-
ready. No,
you're
sir. They
dropping
were ready
names.
to give up Ingram,
You're
sir.
dropping names.
Ingram was in
You're
the
dropping
talks.
names.
I'm not.
You're dropping names.
I'm going with what you said. Kuzma. My point is this. Magic has not gone and got the players for LeBron yet. So that's why we're not giving them championship caliber. Because
they
the
don't
way
have the players yet.
because LeBron, listen,
Wow.
because if they had the players, why did Magic spend 2 months trying to get more players? Why are all these guys on 1-year deals now?
Because
Why?
here-
Why are all these guys on 1-year deals?
Because
You know
it's
why?
It's a prime opportunity. You asked me a question. I'm going to answer. It's a prime opportunity to get more players right now because they are available.
No,
They
sir.
they
No.
are available.
That's not why he
They
has
are
a bunch of
available.
guys
He
on
went,
1-year
he's
deals.
going shopping.
They got 1-year
He's
deals
making-
so that they
he's
can
going-
create room to
he's-
go for the big guys next year.
He's going
Why?
shopping.
Because the way they're currently built
he's
is
going-
not championship caliber.
He's going
If
shopping.
they were championship caliber now, why is Magic trying to get somebody in the free agent sweepstakes next year?
They could definitely make some noise. You're right. They're not.
You're not answering
They're not
my
championship. Hold on.
They didn't.
Here-
So
but-
that's
but-
why they're
but
not
here's-
getting the
but here-
respect we gave LeBron when he went to Miami and he went to Cleveland. Because when he went to Miami and went to Cleveland, they went out and got guys immediately that made them championship caliber with him. He went to LA. Magic tried for 2 months to get the other guy. Magic knows that they're going to make the playoffs with LeBron only. Magic also
Western
knows
Conference Finals.
that they're not going to get to where you're saying they're going to get to without the other guys. That's why he spent 2 months trying to get the other guys.
Stephen A. Smith.
So now I don't care what Stephen A. said.
not?
What did Magic say?
Why not?
What's Magic
Why not?
doing?
Why not?
Because
Hey,
Stephen A's not the GM.
Steve-
You
Stephen A.
said
had-
he wasn't going to let you get you there.
Magic,
He's-
no,
he got you there.
it's fine.
He got you
But
there.
Magic,
He's a-
Magic, listen,
He got
Draymond,
you.
Magic,
oh my God.
He got you
Magic.
there, bro.
Don't hit me, Joey.
Magic.
Don't hit me.
I'm going with what Magic said. Here's what Magic said. Magic went and tried to get somebody else. So clearly Magic knows this team. Because when you
agree
call
with
on
you.
me
I
and say
agree.
we're disrespectful,
Yes.
I gotta get there
I
now.
agree.
Because when you make your point, don't support us being disrespectful.
It is. It is.
Your point doesn't support that.
Here's the thing. What Magic was trying to do, he was trying to create a slaughter. He was trying to make it obvious, like, listen, I'm going to want to put us in a position where we have no other choice but to win.
And you know he's
Right.
willing to give up Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the NBA. It's the NBA. How it's
So that doesn't speak to the fact that the way
however,
the team's currently constructed.
But
It's not
however,
constructed to be a
I would
championship
listen. If I have an opportunity to go after Kevin Durant, if I have an opportunity to go after a Kawhi Leonard, that can put us in a position to win, then of course those guys are in the running, or their names
In the trading block.
in the trade. Yeah, so they're in the trade talk. However, it didn't happen. So guess what? Even if listen. I'll make the trade if it happens, but if I don't, I'm still straight because these players are young. They're coming into their own. You know what I'm saying?
And we gonna get to the
and I heard Magic say, when you want to yell Magic, I heard Magic say on shows before, right when the season was starting, I think Ingram is the next guy. He was saying that over Kuzma.
He's never said that he thinks they're going to go to the Western Conference Finals.
Listen. But what he was saying,
I'm not debating
but
that.
what
Yeah,
he,
Ingram's next.
but what he was saying was that I'm believing in the team now.
He has to.
That's
You
what
gotta build up your assets.
Yeah, you have to.
What?
LeBron's preparing this team for the big blockbuster.
You're being disrespectful. You're being disrespectful. He's believing in the team now. You're being disrespectful. That's my.
How
opinion.
come? Okay, how
That's
come?
my opinion.
How come we? If you want to disrespectful, how come we're not disrespectful to Ingram and Lonzo? Why do we have to be disrespectful to LeBron?
Because he's the best player in the world, and at the end, and he's on your team. So if he's on your team,
Then that makes them automatically.
That's just
you now become a championship contender.
That's just super fanish to me.
What?
That's a stand.
So fanatic.
Yeah,
Hey.
you just automatically.
Yeah, you automatically become a championship
Nah,
contender. That's what happens.
It's more
And then
things
to
that go
accuse
on
me
to that.
of being that way and saying that I was like that when he was in Cleveland, and I wasn't. That's the thing.
That's what. Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
They were
I
championship
think you are a
contenders.
bandwagon fan,
Oh.
and I think that you allow your emotions.
Now
to
you're
get-
being hyperbole.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm not biting.
I think your emotions. Get
Hey!
the
I'm
best
not
of
biting
you.
on that one.
Your emotions really get the best of you.
Oh.
Yeah,
It
I'm
really
not biting
does.
on that one.
That's ridiculous.
This is what he came on the show.
Trying to
for,
get
right?
you
Yeah,
there.
your
I'm not
emotions
biting on that.
really get the best of you. And then you got your little brother in there.
Oh.
He's
Oh,
hyping-
your little brother.
He's hyping you up.
Your little brother.
I'm not biting on that one.
Hey, don't talk to my brother like that.
Oh.
Don't talk to my brother like that. Hey, listen.
You're doing good, Draymond. That's good.
At the end
You're
of the
really
at
good.
the end of the
You're
day,
doing good.
and this is for you and your brother. Okay?
Oh.
You're doing
Oh.
good,
This is for you and your brother. We're
Oh.
going to the Western Conference Finals.
Draymond.
Once
Hey,
again, and once
we have
again,
it.
and
That's
you
good.
and you can't agree and disagree, like because I said that that's what the people want to see, and then you go to them, oh yeah, the NBA has a way of making it happen.
That's his line.
That's my line.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a team
They-
that's
they
built
have
like
a way.
Cleveland was,
They have a way.
they don't have a way of getting Ingram and Lonzo Ball to the finals.
Cedric, I love you. Jonathan, they trying to come at me, bro. You gonna let them do me like that, dog?
I
They
don't-
trying to jump me,
I don't
man.
know if he's laughing. at
They
you
trying to
or
jump me, dog.
Not
They
even
trying to
laughing
jump
at
me.
you.
Hey, but you know what, though? I'm from the hood. I can handle myself. You feel me? He upset. He got upset, man. On Facebook, bro. He upset. He angry.
All right, I think we should call it.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to get punched. I
So
don't want to get
I'm
punched.
gonna log off of here.
No, well, no, you can leave it running.
I gotta run the. I
No,
gotta.
just leave it running and I'll end it. We'll end it.
I don't
'Cause,
want-
you know, we
Okay.
gotta end it.
No theme.
Hey,
Joey.
big-
Stop, man.
Hey.
Dog, you just
yeah, he's losing it now.
chill, man.
Yeah, he's losing
Oh,
it.
it was
So,
just
yeah, before we go though, we want to thank Sports Dad Cephus for joining.
Thank you, Sports Dad.
Hey, thank you.
Joining us
Hey,
tonight.
listen, it's always a pleasure coming on, guys. You know, to be able to talk sports with you guys and still have that love, that brotherhood. I appreciate that, man. You know, I'm excited.
And
You
the
know,
bell.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this week. You know what I'm saying? My boys, you know, they got a really big game to compete for a
Yes,
state
sir.
championship.
Yes, sir.
You know, shout out to those guys who've been working hard, grinding and stuff like that. So hopefully they have a lot of success in
If
the
they-
semifinals this weekend.
If they actually like enunciated that song, I would see it.
Yeah.
I wish I knew the words.
Right.
Victory.
Well, yeah, no, big time. Hey, yeah, John said they're not jumping you. But big time. Hey, no, big up though. We appreciate you coming on.
Follow.
Hey, go follow this man on
Please,
YouTube, man.
please.
Follow him on YouTube. Look him up. Sports Dad Cephus. Look him up on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the bell and follow him. Give
All
him
of
some
your
likes.
recruiting answers
Yes, sir.
on
Listen.
his page.
Listen, I really got some good stuff out there for you guys, and I know it's a lot of information that you do not know about the recruiting world. You know, and on my channel, that's my goal. I want to get as much information out there as possible. I'm interviewing players, Division I players that are already committed to colleges. I'm interviewing parents of the players that's actually playing college football right now. I just interviewed Kareem's dad. That's playing for Notre Dame. He actually gave Michigan a fit in the first game. I'm sorry about that, but you know, but he's dropping some really nice nuggets out there. So make sure you guys go out there and check the channel out. Sports Dad Cephus Harris. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Hey, so before we go, Dre, I think Dre's gonna disappear out of the picture. All right.
No,
you're staying in the
we're not
picture?
running an outro, so I'll stay here.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so before we go, just want to remind everybody, we appreciate you following us on SoundCloud, following us on iTunes. Make sure you share the feed. We didn't talk NFL tonight. This is our show. This is how we flow. Sometimes we get into these, and it gets real good, and this is just what it is. So we'll be back next week, of course. Every Thursday, we're here, approximately 7:15. We had some technical difficulties. We should probably stop trying to live without our engineer. Maybe we should get here. But we try to make it happen.
We got lives.
We got lives, we got families, we were managing schedules and everything, logistics, but appreciate you checking us out. But before we go, just want to mention, check out that Monday night game. Chiefs and Rams.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
At LA. They were
At
going to
LA.
Mexico City, but that field was horrible.
Yeah.
So they went back to LA.
So
Home
make sure you
game.
guys check that out. Also, we do want to shout out though, if you guys are in the area and you can brave the cold, come out to Troy Athens High School Saturday afternoon, 1:00. The Chippewa Valley Big Reds against the Belleville somebody. I think they're the Tigers or something like
Who
that.
cares what they are?
Yeah, so Miles and Myron are playing in that game, so we're wishing them the best of luck. Also, since we are coaches in that city, Madison Heights, the Madison Heights Eagles will be in Jackson, Michigan this weekend in the Division 7 state semifinals. So big ups to them as well. We wish them the best of luck because we want to be at Ford Field next week watching 2 high school football games representing 2 cities.
At least there'll be some football in Ford Field this year.
Yeah, there you go. go Lions. So yeah, we want to be down there next week, and we want to be rooting on some boys we've coached, and also of course our family, nephews, and godsons and all that. So and sons. So those are his boys. So a big, we're shouting those guys out for this weekend, and. With that being said, I'm going to pass it over to you to wrap it up.
All right, well, let's get out of here. But you always know we love our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show and AudioWaveNetwork.com. If you want to hit us up to be a sponsor, make sure you hit us on the Gmail at Academy Sports Show, 2 S's, Sports Show. Make sure you check us out and send us an email with all your information because we'll shout you out just like we shout out Mike Vaughn's Plumbing. Both licensed and insured. Mike Vaughn Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices, both commercially and residentially. If you want to get up to code or waterproofing, just get great prices, great quotes. You check out Mike Vaughn's Plumbing. Number is
313-304-7786.
Or go to Mike Vaughn's Plumbing or just vaughnsplumbing.com and you'll get all those quotes there. They service the whole Metro Detroit area and even further. Just give them a call. The number is
313-304-7786.
And tell them the guys from the Academy Sports Show sent you.
Yeah.
And you'll get the MVP service. Most valuable plumbing.
John says, "Good, go kittens."
Oh, yeah. It's always a shot somewhere. Like, didn't talk an inch of it. Just